too. That's today's pro.
You did it. Congratulations to all the graduates from everyone at Key Builders in Lincoln. You have made it to the next chapter in your life. The world needs your unique skills and talents, and now it's time to go out and make a difference. Congratulations again to all the area graduates from Key Builders, 1459 North Aspen Street in Lincoln. Online at mykeybuilders.com. Like them on Facebook too.
At Shelby Honda, it's Shelby for life. With a lifetime powertrain warranty. Go big, save big at Shelby Honda. Lease a new 2026 Honda Civic for $199 per month for 36 months. Lease a new 2026 Honda Accord for $249 per month for 36 months. And lease a new 2026 Honda Civic for $219 per month for 36 months. Come in for all the details. It's Shelby for life at Shelby Honda. 4421 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Online at shelbyhonda.com.
Congratulations to all our area graduates from everyone at Barrett's Floor Covering in Kings Mountain. You have made us proud, and we bring you congratulations on your outstanding accomplishments. You are now destined for success, and nothing can stand in your way. You are on your way to success. Again, congratulations to all our area graduates from everyone at Barrett's Floor Covering on Dixon School Road in Kings Mountain.
For ATV riders who ride red, we know what you're dreaming about. That's why we're bringing you the Honda Dream Garage Sales event. You'll find deals on just about all things Honda, so you can start filling your garage with everything you had hoped for, like the Honda 4Trax Rancher ATV. Right now, you can get as low 2.99% fixed APR financing on all 4Trax Rancher models, plus up to $500 in bonus bucks on selected models. So come on down to Honda Motorcycles of Shelby, 4402 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. You've got a garage to fill.
Chosen breed, you don't see too many like me, cause I am one of the reasons you do what you do when you wanna be me instead of you,
got me in
cause
there.
I am still on beat, showing love to the streets, come on, you know me, cause that's who I am.
Right here in Raleigh, where basketball's the law, Wolfpack supporters go crazy every fall. When the pack runs on the court, you hear a mighty roar. You'd think the roof was caving in every time the Wolfpack scores. Why don't you meet me in the Wolfpack den? We'll all have lots of fun watching our team win. No doubt about it, listen close, my friend. I feel sorry for any team that comes to the Wolfpack Den. Why don't you meet me in the Wolfpack Den? We'll all have lots of fun watching our team win. No doubt about it. Listen close, my friend.
And good morning and welcome to another Saturday Morning Sports Talk with Kevin, Chip, Tom, Terry. Tom and Will.
Terry.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Terry was
I'm
well.
aware.
We got the intro. We got the.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's still sometimes difficult for me to remember Will took his spot. But even with that being said, Kevin's not with us today. It's just Chip, Tom, and Will will be rolling in eventually. Calvin's with us this morning. He's in the other studio. He let us in this morning. But yeah, as always, JP always on the board, and Chip Green Jacket, and Tom Bulldog, and Will Hitman will be eventually coming in. But
All right. Well, Chip's pushing some buttons there, trying to get us ready to go. Just want to talk about briefly the baseball championships that happened this weekend. And unfortunately, Burns lost their series 2-0. Cherville loses their series 2-1 in the 2A, and East Rutherford came up a little short in their series, also losing 2-1. So our baseball teams did us proud from this part of The baseball teams that did us proud in this part of the state. North Lincoln did win their series 2-0. So all of our baseball teams did play the Wednesday Thursday series. So they're all finished up and good seasons there. Represented our area very proud. From our Rutherford, Cleveland, and Gaston counties.
Say that again.
Our Lincoln counties were represented very well
Yes.
at the state championship series this weekend.
I got
So
you.
hopefully you were able to tune in. We had coverage on there, 101.5 and 107.5, and also on 92.9 WCSL. We had the Cherryville game. So had it all covered for you. Just remember that high school action is covered on those stations. So we have a game of the week. And also today, Legion begins, I believe, at 3:30.
Okay.
Got Shelby Post 82 in action. We'll have that covered. And I believe tonight is their home run derby and their alumni game, I believe. I'm going to make sure that I've got that right. But I know they have a broadcast at 3:30 on WOHS. So Legion season kicks off. And Chip, are you with us now?
I think we've got it now, Tom. We were Kevin and I were pushing some buttons. Y'all can see Kevin there in the bottom right-hand corner. We've got several getting some technological advances going, and we've got folks in multiple sites right now. Tom and I are here in the studio with JP. Will is somewhere.
He'll be here eventually.
He's the second shift, as Kevin titled it last week, and he'll be here. And then we got Kevin. Kevin's, I'm guessing, probably down at the beach somewhere right now. He's.
You got me?
Yeah, I do. We hear you loud and clear,
bud.
sir.
We got you, bud.
All right, good. I am actually in Asheville right now.
Oh, okay.
We're camping out at Irwin High School on Chip's former cross-country trail.
Yeah, right. Yeah, good luck with that. Let me know. It's
anniversary weekend, so we stopped here last night. We're going up to Gatlinburg here in just a little bit after the show, and have a good couple days up there.
very nice. To go,
It's raining right now. It's raining right now.
It's raining here too. Don't worry. We it's not miles and miles don't make the weather much difference for a lot of folks. So it's we're getting the rain and the precipitation as we speak right now also. So welcome everybody this morning to Saturday Morning Shock Jocks with Kevin Hastings, Chip Carter, Tom Cinefani. Will Boykins will be in shortly. John Prather, JP. I want to thank the boss, Calvin Hastings, letting us in the building this morning, getting us helping us get up and running. We've got we're gonna have fun background noises too.
Yeah, we are.
There we go. But we'll have
that was the blinds.
Oh, okay, nice.
I forgot to mute that.
We'll have hopefully we'll have good solid signal for most of the show this morning. Appreciate y'all tuning in with us. Appreciate Tom also covering local high school sports. Again, Burns, I believe, was eliminated earlier this week. So
yeah, they lost their series 2-0 to a very good Bun team. So they, like a lot of people said, they made some errors and but yeah, I mean it's a pressure game, and there were some moments there. They did have the one big error that allowed 3 runs to come in and score in that game too, and they just weren't able to recover from that. But let's think about what this team lost. Colby Putnam, you saw him over there at Gardner Webb. They lose Marshall McGowan, they lose Jack Tony. They lose a lot of guys playing major college baseball, and still they get back to the state. So just a great season. Just came up a little bit short, and we're proud of the guys, and they got a lot of young guys coming back.
Shout out
back next year.
While you brought up Colby's name as well, Colby was fantastic this year as a freshman. Was one of the most reliable bullpen arms, and I wouldn't be surprised. I don't want to put words in Coach Jim Chester's mouth or his coaching staff, but I wouldn't be surprised. Colby got a start late in the year, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him in the rotation next year for them. Made the Big South Conference All Freshman team, so that was
congratulations to him.
He had a great first year.
As I said, East Rutherford, they had a wild series. They had a game 1, a 4-1 game where I can't remember the kid's name for Whiteville. McLean. They had the McLean brothers. And one was a freshman, one was a senior. Both of them pitched. The one got the win in game 1. The other got the win in game 3. And then in game 3, the little brother came in and saved it for Big Brother in the 7th. So
wow,
it was really the McLean show up there. But East Rutherford, I mean, fought hard. You know, but Whiteville came and tied it in the seventh, in the bottom of the seventh, and then they went to extras at 10 innings. And Eli Webb came in there through 3 shutout innings in the 8th and the 9th and the 10th inning, and East Rutherford was able to win game 2. But I tell you what, man, that's a lot of baseball for that period where you have a 7-inning game, you have a 10-inning game, and then you have another 7-inning game. So, I mean, it was – and Bailey for East Rutherford came in and pitched really a dandy. He only gave up 2 hits. I mean, you're just a hard luck loser when you give up 2 hits and you lose the game.
Right.
There was a couple of errors that hurt him. The same thing that hurt Burns. You know, you have a couple of errors in a big game, and win or take all. That just hurts you. So, good baseball. I saw 5 games this weekend. Even though they came up short, our local teams did us proud. Great seasons for them. They'll be back next year.
Yeah, definitely. Well, congratulations again to all of our teams that represented the area in the baseball playoffs, and appreciate all those that are still those teams still competing, still going on. Tom, we appreciate the update on that as well.
Chip, Chip, did you hear about the Ironman left batters on in the second game?
17.
No.
17 batters left on base. 5 bases loaded left on base and lost by 1.
That hurts. That hurts. That's some kind of pain. That's some.
Well,
kind
they
of
had,
and they had bases loaded with their best batter up in the at the end of the game, in one of the games, and he grounded to third. They walked him the whole series after the first double to lead off the series out in right field wall, and then he got walked every other bat. And there was discussion whether they want to walk the tying run in with him batting. They decided to pitch to him with 2 outs, and he grounded out third.
Gracious.
It's tough.
Yeah, that's a tough way to go out.
That's a tough way to go out. It's kind of like I said, man. You give up 2 hits and you lose the game. I mean, 2 hits from your third starter.
Well, you talked about giving up having a 2-hitter and losing the game. I helped out with the Big South College Conference tournament last weekend. It was they had bad weather up in Asheville. They were supposed to be playing the tournament up at McCormick Field. They ended up with the weather had to readjust that on the fly, so they moved the rest of the tournament down to Gardner Webb last weekend. So I helped out with that. And there at one point, I forget what game it was. It was one of the semifinal games. There was the starting pitcher had a no-hitter through 3 and was losing 1-0. So
just tough.
Just
happens.
Yeah, things like that. That's what do they say? What's the old saying? That's baseball.
That's just the way it goes sometimes.
Yeah.
But North Lincoln did win their series 2-0, so we did have some good news.
Yeah,
out of our locally, and they did win their series 2-0. So congratulations to the Knights for winning a state championship.
Yeah.
Tom, how was the press box, everything situation? I saw no media was allowed in the press box.
There was one guy who was, pretty inviting to us. We're like, hey, we're from WHS. He said, yeah, just set up. I said, where'd you guys set up? So we just set up in here. There's an empty room. So we start setting ourselves up, and then, Dr. Goebbels came in and said, what are you guys doing here? I'm like, well, we're media. We're WHS. We applied for permission. Brent Pasco, give a shout out to Brent Pasco. He contacts all the people, lines everything up, does, dots all his I's, crosses all his T's. And Brent's very thorough. He says, yeah, we got credentials. We applied. We're approved media. You're not supposed to be in here. I'm like, why not? This is for photographers. So let me get this straight. We're going to make the radio guys go outside. When it rained that night, Kevin, it rained that night. We're going to make the radio guys go outside and set up their stuff in the rain so the photographers can have a room. But, cooler heads prevailed. We're like, man, we're not going to take up much room. We're just right here. And everybody else except him. And he kind of changed his tune after I talked to him a little bit. But everybody else is pretty accompanying, and we had a nice.
Why is there always one guy who's on a power trip?
It's just like
everywhere we go.
It's just
everywhere we go. There's one guy who's like, I don't want you sitting there.
I mean, it's just like you literally have a no media sign on the press box, and there's like teenage kids in there hanging out.
Right.
One side.
That's the thing.
And it's just like, man, it just kind of. It just makes me scratch my head. Now, like, if we come in there like we own the place, it was just me and Pasco. And I had a buddy of mine that I wanted to interview. I don't know if you heard it, Kevin, but a buddy of mine I used to work for was the coach of the Bun head coach.
Mm-hmm.
So we let him up there and did just an interview because we don't know much about Bun, so we just let him up there to talk about the coach and his experience with him. So that was it. We just quietly, called our broadcast, and that was it. Didn't ask for anything. They did provide some chips and water and stuff. We were thankful for that. We bought our own concession. Well, I should say Calvin Hastings bought our concession for us. So Calvin bought us some hot dogs and pretzels and things. So I mean, like we didn't like, hey man, where's the chicken wings?
Right.
I mean, we weren't. I don't really get it. Like I try to dress nice and comb my hair and shake hands and say, hey, can we set up here? And then sometimes, I will say the one I had a confrontation with last time apologized to me, and I did apology accepted. I was just like, I'm not really sure why y'all hate us this much.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there must be, Kevin. All I can think is there's some jackwagons out there that must go there and act like they own the place.
I get it.
I guess I can get that, but it's like there was another guy, bless his heart, he was from Whiteville. He was trying to call the game by himself on an iPhone.
Yeah.
So he's sitting there holding it up, and you could tell this guy had not done a lot of radio. So I mean, he's just really, and he's kind of like yakking in my ear and all that. I didn't say a word to the guy. You know what I mean? He's like, he's just another radio guy. He's trying to do his thing. And eventually he went outside, which was really cool. I was glad. I mean, I liked the guy, but when he went outside, It was good. But it was, it was just like you just share the room, man. You just, whatever they need, you just share the room. And, he's sharing information with us, and we share it with him. And it's kind of the way it should be. I just don't I don't understand, like, some guys on, like, a power trip saying, no media. And he did come up to me. We don't want a bunch of people hanging out in here. I'm like, those teenagers.
Right.
Down there in the other room?
That's the point. That's just the inconsistency I don't get about the folks. And we generally, when we do it, when we've had folks that have opened the doors and have offered a good broadcast or opened the doors of their press box. Perfect example that I'll give you, West Lincoln. Anytime we've gone to West Lincoln, they have been that I've done again West Lincoln. They have been so accommodating. Yeah. They are so welcoming, and we generally, whether it's football, whatever, basketball, but we try to give them a shout out on this show or other shows.
Another place, to Alexander Central. When I've gone to Alexander Central, they misspell my name all the time, but they have my name and Matt Royster, and this is where you guys sit.
Mm-hmm.
We go to when we do go to Shelby, we have our our own separate room over there that we do the broadcast in. So there's been like some other schools that have provided us a space to do it, and then other people. What are you doing, Will? And then
get in here, come on.
Other people.
No, that was his appearance for the day. He's going back. He's leaving now. That was his work for the day.
Okay, nothing weird about that.
Yeah,
but
right.
Well, I lost my train of thought. So like some places are very accommodating, and some people, just we just want to call a game, man.
Right.
It's like it's not like we want to come in there.
What was it? At the AC Reynolds AD.
Oh, okay.
When we were broadcasting Kings Mountain game, we told him that the NCAA Athletic Association told him that he had to let us broadcast the game, and he didn't want to let us broadcast the game. And he said, "Well, I don't." He said, "I can't not let you broadcast." But he said, "But I don't have to help you with anything." He said, "You can go sit in the other stands for all I care."
Which we did.
Which
they did. Who went to the game.
So what a wonderful guy there at AC Reynolds. Tom, let me tell you a little bit about the Burlington baseball experience. Let's see. Brian Ferry actually worked for the Burlington Indians, Tom.
Oh, okay.
Back in the day as the strength coach. So he was telling me all kinds of stories about the park and this and that. And they've got a little. They moved the fence in right field to like 300 on the corner, right on the foul pole, and they've got a beer garden right there on the foul pole restaurant area. They wasn't open for the High School Athletic Association.
I was about to say, did y'all broadcast from there?
Actually, that's what I was getting at.
Okay.
It would have been a lot safer than where Ken and Brian were. So let me give you a little background. Have either one of you ever been to the roof at Sims Park to do a baseball game?
Yes. Yeah, I have done PA once up there on the roof.
Tom?
Sims?
Tom.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I've done.
Have you been on the roof? Have you done it
not
Sims?
not on the roof.
Okay, so like that roof and that press box is old, right? Like it's really old. The press box and roof that we were on is way older than that.
A little spongy. I walked up there. Yeah, a couple years ago we were there.
In fact,
Oh boy.
the ballpark opened in 1960.
Okay.
The frame was built in 1945 in Danville, Virginia. It was moved when the lease folded in 1958, and Burlington bought the structure for $5,000, dismantled it, flatbedded it, and reconstructed it down here. Now, I'm gonna send y'all a video. I know we can't get it on the show. We'll show it next week. But like just getting up there, so at Sims, you go up in the stands and then you go up some steps, right?
Mm-hmm.
Steps aren't that bad. They're kind of wide, as low. You can hit your head. Be careful. This place, the steps are on the outside of the stadium, hanging off the side of the building, and the railing come up to my hip. Now I'm not tall, so you can imagine me and Link like hanging on the side of this building like Spider-Man climbing up there. And they got equipment, and so like I'm like, this is amazing that they have not updated. So they got this brand new, all the facilities on the outside, the bathrooms, the beer garden, everything is brand new. And on top of this 85-year-old roof is just like Sims, is a little wooden box for the press folks. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now I was waiting for Will to get there to tell some of this because he's gonna like it. Morning, Will. So we get up there. I'm just chilling with Ken and Brian before the game, watching, like Tom says, there's guys coming and going. Now, remember, this is a box big enough for 4 people in it, okay? Well, all of a sudden, now remember, I told you how small them stairs were, right? And I don't want to talk about the guy or whatever, but let's just say the PA announcer is a large fella. And I mean 400 plus. I don't know how he got up steps. He got in that little square building with us, little box with us. And then the game changer guy comes in. He's like a 6'4", like he's really strong, like baseball player looking guy. And so I'm in there, Brian's in there. There's 4 of us kind of regular fella guys, and then this large man comes up there. Nicest guy in the world. But when I said safety, every time he moved, this press box moved too. They ain't had a new screw in that press box in 50 years since they put it there. I'm telling y'all, we were rocking and shaking, and Ken is like, y'all gonna stay up here and watch the game? I'm like, nope. I'm gonna Spider-Man my butt right down the side of this building and get out of here before y'all hit. I literally thought they could hit home plate if this thing shakes too much. Like, I don't want to be in here and on the news. Like, that, of all the things that are up there, there's no way the inspector in that county works at all. He's drinking on the job. There's no way.
So Kevin got out of there, left his broadcasters in the booth.
I did.
You're expendable.
They chose to stay, Tom.
Wow,
that's awesome.
But y'all, it was moving. It was moving. I'm like, no, I'm not standing. So, yeah, Tom, you were in the safety of Team Park, I guess, is where you guys were. But other than that, good baseball down there. Good little stadium. Just don't go to the press box. The lady that was running the media stuff, she just told us to go up there. She don't know what's going on up there. She's not going up them steps. She's not getting that press box. She just said, "Good luck, go up there." So Tom, there was no like oversight on the roof. It was just whatever. It was a free for all.
And I do want to be clear that everyone else, the photographers who I guess stole the room, they were all very cordial to us. The people from the high school OT, the other people from the NCAA, the North Carolina High School Athletic Association. Everybody else was pretty good to us. And the one guy who was initially kind of tried to strong arm us, he eventually kind of was
relented
cool
a little.
Well, once he sees, like,
you're there to actually do work.
I'm not saying I'm a professional broadcaster. I'm saying I conduct myself as a professional.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I try to conduct myself as a professional when I go into those places, and that's all. I mean, we're not trying to take anybody else. We just want like our place to set up and broadcast. And if Whiteville had sent a team and had Bunn sent a team, we would have slid down. You guys go there. We're here. We all got headphones on. We're good.
We're used to doing that.
Right. It's like you guys might hear us in your broadcast. We might hear you guys. I mean, it's going to work out. We'll be fine.
And honestly, that to me, yes, it's another layer of preparation or professionalism. You have to be prepared for that. But you could, as the season progresses, Tom, as you get to those more important games, you hear that's kind of the part of the environment of it on the radio. Is you hear those other broadcasters kind of in the background.
It's like I've done it. It's like, hey man, where you guys eat, and the other teams that come over, hey man, can you tell me blah 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 blah? It's like sure, and you just exchange information because that's the way it's supposed to be. We're not really competing.
Yeah.
You know, you're cooperating.
You have a listening area. They have a listening area.
Right, exactly. So I'm just saying, man, it's just a lot of our folks do appreciate the fact that we cover the games, and like I do run into people, like I ran into 2 or 3. It's like, why are you doing East Rutherford? I was like, because I was up there, and Wacky didn't have guys to send up there, so we just did it. I said, well, we appreciate that. We was able to keep up with it. I got a couple texts from friends like, we appreciate we wanted to keep up with East Rutherford at the series, and evidently they didn't have a lot of media coverage.
Yeah.
So they got covered, and people, from Ting to East Rutherford is probably 3 hours, almost 4 hours. I mean, it's 3 hours and 17 minutes to Shelby. Yeah. And I tell you what, we went back over the river and through the woods, buddy. It sent like to get to Holly Springs. I guess you can go interstate, but it sent me like all this back way, like back the way through Concord and all that, Mount Pleasant and Ashboro and all that.
Yep.
So it's a good ride, and if you're somebody who doesn't want to drive at night, doesn't want to drive 5 hours, can't take a day off work. It was on a Wednesday and Thursday. Then just sit around and listen to it.
Yep.
And we just appreciate the people who do listen to it. We're not going to retire in Bermuda because we do high school baseball.
All right.
I mean, we do it because we love it, and like when I get the appreciation from the folks that couldn't go there and tell me, they text in, thank you, was listening, appreciate it. Some of my umpire buddies who were back home wanted to keep up with it because they've seen these teams. That's what it's all about. I enjoy it. They enjoy it. It's like we're not trying to. It's like I don't know what you. Seriously, I don't know what you think we're trying to do.
Right.
Do you think we're gonna do this high school broadcast and we're just gonna go out here with bags of cash and retire? It's like, dude, we're just doing this for fun. We make a couple bucks, sure we do, but it's just like it's mainly we do it because we enjoy it. It's like I'm not really sure what these people think we're trying to do, but in the end, everything worked out.
We appreciate it, Tom, and you giving us the rundown as well as on the playoffs from this past week as well. All right, folks, we're just getting things started here on the Shock Joxx this morning. Kevin is reporting on site in Asheville, but he'll be back with us shortly. We're going to take our first break. We've got a lot more sports to cover. We've got NASCAR, NBA playoffs, Major League Baseball, anything going on in NFL. We'll see if there's anything in the offseason with that. Golf and more. You're listening to Saturday Morning Shock Joxx, KTC Broadcasting.
We're going back. Yes, we're going back again this week to Shelby Honda and Shelby Kia. They're ready to wrap up the month in a big, big way. This is the week to buy your new Honda or your new Kia. Join myself along with Captain Ron and Jerry the Pie Owens. We'll be broadcasting live from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. This Saturday, March 30th. We'll have free Subway of Lincoln sandwiches, chips and drinks, and register to win some great prizes, including free nights, Red Roof Inn lodging, American Legion Baseball World Series tickets, Hickory Crawdad tickets, free t-shirts, free food, free rounds of golf, and more. And check out the great deals. Get up to $5,000 over book value for your trade-in, plus 0% financing available, and a lifetime warranty. That's right, a lifetime warranty. So plan now to be there. Come in for all the details this Saturday, May 30th, 10 to 2. Get your new deal on a new Kia or a new Honda at Shelby Honda and Shelby Kia. 4423 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Y'all come. It'll definitely be fun.
Every weekend right here.
Start your engine!
Welcome to Kyle Petty's Back Then Again Country Countdown alongside the NASCAR legend. We're Charlie and Debbie.
Yeah, I think a lot of people thought they were going to lose their girls to Carl Edwards. Have you ever seen Carl Edwards? When he first came around, I didn't know he had a shirt because he never seemed to have one on.
He can't even pay to hook. It's Kyle Petty's Back Then Again Country Countdown with Charlie and Debbie.
Friday afternoons at 3 p.m. on Carolina Country, WCSL, online at ktcbroadcasting.com.
Tee it up for a great golf experience at the Cherryville Golf and Country Club. And yes, the course is open to the public 7 days a week. For your tee time, give them a call, 704-435-6597. Tune your game up with their driving range. And on Friday, come on out for the Captain's Choice, starting at 5:30. And for that special event, keep the Cherryville Country Club in mind, with several event packages available. That's the Cherryville Golf and Country Club, 200 Club Drive, Cherryville. Online at cherryvillegolf.com.
Here's a spring checklist brought to you by your friends at Olmsted Plumbing, striving to keep you safe. Check your smoke and carbon monoxide detectors and install new batteries. In warmer weather, turn your ceiling fans to run backwards to push warm air down. Check your sump pump, replace your filters, and check your fire extinguisher. And for your plumbing needs, call on Olmsted Plumbing, now with an office in Shelby. Call 704-472-9221 or in Forest City, 828-245-7302. Online at olmstedplumbing.com.
For your next round of golf, head to the mountain, Crowder's Mountain, the Crowder's Mountain Golf Course. Check out their new greens. Play and ride 18 holes Monday through Friday for $40 or $35 after 1 p.m. Play and ride 18 holes weekends and holidays for $50 or $45 after 1 p.m. And every Monday is Ladies' Day. Ladies play and ride 18 for $30. And seniors age 55 and up can play and ride 18 Monday through Friday for $35. For your tee time, call 704-739-7681. The Crowder's Mountain Golf Course. Head to the mountain today.
Congratulations on your graduation from everyone at Parker Farm Service on Bessie Drive in Kings Mountain. Now your next adventure awaits, and we're excited to see where it leads you. Nothing can stop you now. Never stop growing and learning and challenging yourself. Again, congratulations from everyone at Parker Farm Service on Bessie Drive at the Oak Grove Road and Highway 74 bypass intersection in Kings Mountain.
And we're back on Saturday Morning Sports Talk with Chip in the Game.
We're good. Boys, we're gonna be out of a job here pretty soon with those AI commercial voices, man. I just I think I prefer Calvin talking about Parker Farm Services, though. That's a good deal. Appreciate their support, as well as all of our sponsors and support. You're listening to Saturday Morning Shock Joxx on the radio with Tom Sinafani, Will Boykins, Kevin Hastings reporting on site in the storm in Asheville. I probably shouldn't say that, I guess, with recent events, but no, it's just a little rainy up there right now. But it's rainy here too.
It was weird hearing y'all say, "Hey, it's raining." I was driving. I was like, "It's not raining. It's not raining."
Wait till we cross the county line.
Then when I got literally, it said, "Welcome to Sherwood." I was like,
"Nope."
It's just raining in one spot.
Coming right down on the radio station. Tom Sinafani, Will Boykins, Kevin Hastings, along with John Prather, JP in the studio, and Chip Carter, Saturday Morning Shock Joxx. Appreciate you tuning in this morning. McDonald's Breakfast, brought to you by McDonald's of Cherryville. I'm not going to ask Kevin what he had for breakfast, but guys will run around the table. I am enjoying my McChicken biscuit, inspired by Will. He started getting his chicken biscuit, but he gets a little more on his biscuit. What all do you got there, Will?
I get my chicken, egg, and cheese. My chicken, egg, and cheese is a staple.
Yeah, I love it. Awesome. Sounds good. Tom, what you got over there?
Bacon, egg, and cheese McMuffin and a hash brown and a coffee as always.
Delicious. JP, what you eating in there?
I'll be starting my sausage biscuit pretty soon.
Delicious. Again, want to I think the boss got some breakfast too, didn't he, JP? Calvin got.
Yeah, Calvin got a sausage and cheese biscuit.
Very smart.
Then he's heading over to Shelby Kia and Honda for a remote today.
There you go. Okay, well, we gotta be sure to go out and see Calvin and the gang later on this afternoon. They'll be out on site, so go check them out. But appreciate everybody tuning in. We are live on Facebook and on YouTube this morning. Want to make sure to let y'all know if you're tuning in on the internet or streaming. We appreciate that. As always, we are on the air 92.9 WCSL as well. So appreciate y'all tuning in. Getting choked up on my McChicken biscuit there.
I want to ask Kevin a question.
I don't even know if he's back yet, but you can ask away there, Will. And if he doesn't answer, we'll
What's
ask
that?
him again. Oh, there he is.
Okay. Kevin, you said you was waiting for me to tell the story about the 400-pound man. What was your inflection on that? What were you What were you trying to implicate on that?
Nothing. I was waiting on you to get to work so I could tell you the funny story about the man.
Okay. All right. I thought you was trying to imply something in that message.
No, quit being weird.
All right, guys, we're NASCAR. We've got NASCAR going on. The last first race after obviously the shocking passing of Kyle Busch. Daniel Suarez was our winner last week in Charlotte, the Coca-Cola 600. Dedicated it obviously to Kyle. So doing this for Kyle, emotional win at the 600 last week. Nobody, the young lady, I cannot remember her name, who was trying to do the Indy 500 Coca-Cola 600 double. She thinks she wrecked out at Indy within like 18 laps. So don't think was not able to do that. I did not realize. I did a little bit of research. Catherine Legge or League. I don't know how you pronounce that. Her last name exactly. Forgive me for that, Catherine. But she attempted the double, but wasn't able to get out of Indy. Crashed out after a couple laps, or a few laps there. There's the only person who has successfully driven all 500 miles of Indy and all 600 miles of the Coca-Cola 600 in the same day is Tony Stewart. He's only done. We've had multiple people try, and Robbie Gordon tried. Obviously, Kyle Larson's tried, attempted, but Tony Stewart is the only person who has actually been able to complete it all on the same day.
Danica Patrick.
No, she raced on both leagues, but she never tried to do the double. She never did the racers that attempted. You had John Andretti that attempted back in 1994. Stewart that completed it in 2001, only person so far that has been able to drive all 1,100 miles of both races. Robbie Gordon attempted 5 times, was not able to complete it. Stewart tried in 99 and then completed it in 2001. Kyle Larson has tried twice, 2024, 2025. Kurt Busch tried in 2014, and then Catherine League attempted it this year. But none of them, only Stewart's the only one who was able to do all the miles in both races. So looking at the standings, and I'll pull these up real quick if I can get them. There we go. We've got Tyler Reddick leading, shocker, the only man with more than 2 wins.
5.
Yeah, he's got a handful, literally, leads, and he's got a pretty healthy lead of 620 points over second place Denny Hamlin. Denny's got 498. Ryan Blaney's third with 446. Ty Gibbs fourth. Chase Elliott is the only other driver that I believe has more than 1 win on the year, but he's been kind of feast or famine at this point. He is 5th place in the standings, and then you've got Kyle Larson, Chris Buescher, Christopher Bell, Carson Hocevar, and Daniel Suarez, who won this past week, rounding out your top 10. Looking at this week, the race
playoff time, all that goes away.
I believe the points reset. I don't know. If they're going back to how they initially did it, how they initially did the playoffs, I want to say there'll be the points won't be the differential won't be this much, but the points might be staggered a little bit from first to like 12th, or they could just start with a blank slate. I'm not sure about that. We'll have to check and see. This weekend, I'll try to see if I can look that up for you, Will. This weekend they are in Tennessee. We got an evening race starting at 7 p.m. tomorrow in Nashville. I'm sure we will be covering that. See if we can find the odds on the race in Nashville this weekend. But they are, so looks like, let's see what we can find. It looks like I think Denny Hamlin might be the favorite if I can find. Let's see if I can, there we go. Yeah, Denny Hamlin, this is recently, oh, come on, interweb. There we go. So, yes, so as we get ready for the Cracker Barrel 400 in Nashville, we've got Denny Hamlin is the favorite. Our leading standings leader, Tyler Reddick, is second. So, Denny Hamlin's 4.5 to 1. Tyler Reddick and Christopher Bell are both 7-1. Ryan Blaney and Kyle Larson 7.5 to 1. Chase Briscoe, William Byron, and Chase Elliott are all 12 to 1. Joey Logano 16 to 1. Ty Gibbs and Ross Chastain 18 to 1. Trying to see if I see anybody else of a substance. Carson Hocevar is 25 to 1. Bubba Wallace is 30 to 1. Let's see if Shane Van Gisbergen is 100 to 1. I wanted. Where did he finish last week? At one point he was in the top 5 at Charlotte, which again, that's not obviously, as we know, is not a road course. Looking at, this is not anything. He didn't finish top 10. He was just outside the top 10. Finished 11th. So that's, he's creeping up there. It's not like he was in 30th or so. So the more that Van Gisbergen gets used to these ovals, I think if he continues to dominate on the road courses and then just becomes competitive. Yeah, so as long as he starts getting more competitive on the tri-ovals, that he's going to be a bit of a force to be reckoned with, and someone to think, or for the rest of the guys to be worried about. Seeing where he is currently 14th in the standings, so he's on the outside looking in to qualify for the playoffs. But they've still got some road course races coming up prior to playoff time, so we'll see what occurs with that. All right, guys, looking at Nashville this weekend, I gave you the odds. Y'all got picks or who your favorites are?
Well, I'm going with the favorite. I'm going with Denny Hamlin this week.
You all right? Tommy, going to go with Vegas and see if Denny's able to pull out the win. He has one win on the year so far. Try to see if I can find the poll. They're not done qualifying yet, so we'll see what they're doing. But Will, you got a pick? Are you going to stick? Or we don't even have to ask anymore. You're just going to pick Tyler Reddick, right? So
every time.
All right, there we go. Tyler Reddick.
I'll change up this week.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay in the same family.
Okay.
Bubba Wallace.
Okay, you're going to stay in the same garage? There you go. I like it. Let's see. I am feeling – I think it's a Kyle Larson race.
Ryan Blaney.
You got Ryan Blaney, Kevin? All right.
I had Danny till Tom put it. I even said it before you said the odds.
I should have given.
Amy said her laughing.
Should have given Kevin the first choice on that. That's what happened. I think my boss is gonna make me pay for that next week. We'll see. We've got so Tom's going with Denny Hamlin. You've got Bubba Wallace for Will, and then Kyle Larson for myself. And I'm sorry, Kevin. Who did you say you had? You had
Blaney.
That's right, Ryan Blaney. So Kevin and I's odds are even. He's got 7.5, and I've got 7.5 to 1. So may the odds be ever in our favor. So good deal. All right. Well, that's the race for NASCAR. I guess we should cover, or at least take a look at Indy as well to just talk about them. The biggest race that's not a NASCAR race in the world was last week. Also, looking at their results, Felix Rosenqvist, hope I got that right, was the winner by the shortest margin, by the smallest margin in Indy 500 history. I don't know if y'all remember, when I was a kid, I still remember I think Al Unser Jr. coming from behind beating Scott Goodyear at the very end of the race at Indy 500, or it might have been the other way around. I can't remember. One of them was got a draft coming down the straightaway, and it was just, you could hardly tell whose nose was in front of whose. But this race last Sunday at Indy eclipsed that as the closest finish ever. 0.0233 seconds was the margin of victory difference for Felix Rosenqvist as he edged David Malukas. It was the 110th running of the Indy 500. Rosenqvist with the victory on that. So, all right, guys. That was quick racing summary, quick rundown of what's going on in NASCAR. Any other thoughts or anything? I know we've talked a little bit or looked at as well at a little bit more news has come out about Kyle Busch and everything that's occurred with that. Apparently, it looks like he had been battling.
Sometimes it takes a tragedy to make everybody more aware of something, and hopefully this does for the. Sometimes they say that the warning signs of sepsis are ignored. So just if you think something's wrong, just get checked.
Yes, yeah, please, by all means. Because, they said it looks like he had been battling pneumonia for days or even weeks. And we talk about that one of the races he was on the radio saying, it was at Watkins Glen. He thought he might have a sinus cold while he was racing at Watkins Glen May the 10th. He radioed into his team saying he needed to get a shot from a doctor after the race. So that was May 10th, and and of course, kept going. He continued racing, won the Truck Series race at Dover, and finished 17th in the All-Star race. That was 5 days before he passed away. And he also attended the opening of a go-kart track with Brexton, his 11-year-old son, last week. Again, it was still, we've kind of harped on or talked about it at length last week. A tragic thing, to Tom's point. Yeah, folks, don't ignore it. That's.
Hey, have you ever had one? It feel like your chest is filled with semen.
Just
like it feel like the outside. It don't feel like the inside. Like the outside, everything
just
on
crushing,
the outside,
just
it's
covered in semen.
Covered in semen.
Yeah,
like
just
pressing down on top.
Just pressing that. Yeah, it's and it goes to this mentality. The old, if y'all have seen Days of Thunder, the old the character, not Tom Cruise's character, but the other character, Rowdy Burns, who they did the play on Rowdy Bush with Kyle as his his course persona, but he suffers a really bad wreck, and kind of that whole mentality of I'm too tough to go to the doctor, I don't need to, and Earnhardt was famous for that, and then it was the whole culture of the sport. I think, and to be ironically, I think it was Junior who really kind of willingly made himself a face for the sport when he was going through all of his concussion symptoms toward the end of his career. And he was like, "No, I'm going to get this checked out. I'm going to go, and I'm taking the time away from the sport, even if it means I'm not in a car. I'm going to do what I need to do for my health." That was kind of against the grain for NASCAR, for him to do that. And even still, we see this. These guys, they're in these cars. They're getting beaten, banged around every week, and there's this culture of invincibility almost, and that I'm too tough to show any weakness. There's got to be a balance of that. If you're seeing something, because it's not like he was battling a broken foot or a leg or something. This is something internal with respiratory. If you've got issues with that, don't ignore it. To Tom's point. So, anyways, I hate that. You hate to see this be to be this extreme for someone to have to go to for it to be a lesson for folks, but hopefully it is. So, all right, guys. Well, that's the update on NASCAR and racing in general around it. They're in Nashville next weekend. So when we take a break, we'll come back. We're going to cover more with we got NBA playoffs, Major League Baseball, and more. Stick around. Listen to Shock Jock Saturday Morning Sports Talk, KTC Broadcasting.
For over 22 years, Alcom Services in Cherryville has been serving our area locally, regionally, and nationally. They strive to be the technical solution for voice, data, sound, security, IT services, and electrical wiring with a wide variety of turnkey solutions. Find out what they can do for you and your business. Visit their website at alcomservices.com or drop by their offices, 207 North Elm Street in Cherryville. Call 704-435-8803 for Alcom Services of Cherryville.
Your trusted utility construction professionals is Fuller & Company, located right outside of Cherryville and Krause. Since 2007, Fuller & Company has been doing qualified boring, tunneling, and utility installation, from water and sewer to trenching, even tunnels and shafts, along with water and sewer repairs, plus new water and sewer service installation. Fuller & Company, off Highway 150 in Krause, supporting our local community. Online at fullerandco.com. Since 1966, the Campers Inn has been the RVer's trusted resource, and they continue to do so today. Campers Inn is the nation's largest family-owned operated RV dealer. You'll find new and used campers for sale, and ask about their Inside Access membership, where you get exclusive membership benefits, plus a complete parts and accessory store. Campers Inn, 615 Broadview Drive, off Highway 161 South in Kings Mountain. Online at campersinn.com. We're going back. Yes, we're going back again this week to Shelby Honda and Shelby Kia. They're ready to wrap up the month in a big, big way. This is the week to buy your new Honda or your new Kia. Join myself along with Captain Ron and Jerry the Pie Owens. We'll be broadcasting live from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. This Saturday, March 30th. We'll have free Subway of Lincoln sandwiches, chips and drinks, and register to win some great prizes, including free nights Red Roof Inn lodging, American Legion Baseball World Series tickets, Hickory Crawdad tickets, free t-shirts, free food, free rounds of golf, and more. and check out the great deals. Get up to $5,000 over book value for your trade-in, plus 0% financing available and a lifetime warranty. That's right, a lifetime warranty. So plan now to be there. Come in for all the details this Saturday, May 30th, 10 to 2. Get your new deal on a new Kia or a new Honda at Shelby Honda and Shelby Kia. 4423 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Y'all come. It'll definitely be fun. Bonus Bucks is yours at Honda Motorcycles in Shelby. Get from $500 to $1,000 back at Honda Motorcycles of Shelby. Get bonus bucks with a purchase of 2025, 2026, and even 2027 select models. Again, from $500 to $1,000 in bonus bucks. Use your bonus bucks toward accessories, a Honda Care protection plan, or a down payment. Take your pick. Get your bonus bucks now from Honda Motorcycles in Shelby, 4402 East Dixon Boulevard, serving an area for over 50 years. Sure, the Great Outdoors in Cherryville has everything you need for hunting and fishing, but they've got a lot of other great gift items. Hey, just arrived a new shipment of Kanga coolers, and they have a new shipment of turtle boxes. The Great Outdoors has 40% off select Marsh and AFCO winter merchandise, and the new summer AFCO products have arrived. Hurry on in now to the Great Outdoors, Highway 150 East in Cherryville, right behind McDonald's. Online at teamgreatoutdoors.com.
And we're back on Saturday Morning Sports with Chip and the gang.
Thank you, JP. Good morning again, everybody. Saturday Morning Shock Jocks. John Prather, JP in the control room. Here with Tom Sanafani, Will Boykins, Kevin Hastings listening in with us as well. You can't see him in the studio. He is up in Asheville enjoying an anniversary weekend.
And he's got his K up on his screen. So
that's right. He's hiding from us right now. He don't want to put up with us. So.
He's up there having a vegan breakfast.
He's having an egg white omelet right now. So
some avocado toast.
This ain't a classy enough place for that.
Nice.
Having a chai tea.
It's
discussing his.
All right, guys, Major League Baseball. Before we get into the standings, we have opening news that's probably going to take over the offseason for baseball. Earlier this week, the Major League Baseball Players Association submitted their first initial offer for a new collective bargaining agreement between, the players and the owners for the league. That did not include a salary cap. Their biggest thing that it included a not a luxury tax. The opposite of that, they're going to charge a tax for teams who do not pay an overall team salary of minimum, I think, around 170 million or so. So if you do not have a minimum team salary of this range, if you have below that, you're going to be taxed just the same as the teams who spend more than that. So it's supposed to be an anti-tanking measure.
Better get you some China money.
Yeah. So on the flip side of that, Thursday, Major League Baseball submitted their initial proposal for the collective bargaining negotiations, and it was very apparent for the first time since the 1993 strike, the Major League Baseball owners have formally submitted that they want a salary cap, and it's included in their proposal. So, as Jeff Passan, ESPN's Major League Baseball main senior columnist for the baseball, said these two sides can't be farther apart right now. And now this is of course the initial opening. Both of them are going to make their most extreme offers towards their side to open up the negotiating window just to see where each of them stands. This is not really, anybody who's been keeping up with it, it's not really much of a surprise. There had been rumors that ownership was going to wanted to go the salary cap for well over a year now. So they have formally offered that. The cap, and also have a cap and a ceiling, or a hard cap and a hard floor. The cap would be $245.3 million for teams, and the teams would have to spend at least $171.2 million, with aiming to shrink the disparity among the teams' payrolls by a significant amount. So,
what was the floor again?
The floor is $171.2 million. So that might be. I can't remember if the Players Association, if theirs was that floor tax was as high as that for them, but you're looking at, there's three teams that would be, well, I'm trying to look and see. No, there's more than that. There's the Tampa Bay Rays, the Milwaukee Brewers, and Tom, your Guardians would have to increase their payroll to get above the floor. I think
to increase it significantly.
Mhm.
Cleveland's number 23 on this list. Wow.
The Miami Marlins is another team on that would have to increase. I'm sure the Athletics are probably as well on there. Of course, the Athletics did spend some this offseason.
So my question is,
Yep.
is the goal for Major League Baseball to have $50 hot dogs in 10 years? Because, like, seriously, like, is there ever an end to everyone's making so much? It never like flattens out as far as how much money everybody makes. They just keeps getting more and more and more and more and more. So the price has got to keep going up and up and up to pay these guys. And you got players getting paid more than Michael Jordan bought the Bobcats for.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, like the players, I don't get the floor thing. If I could spend $1 million and beat your $400 million team, what does it matter? But I know from the player's standpoint, that's an argument. But like, I do not get the floor thing. The spending, allowing teams to spend, like, if I have a pitcher say Cleveland or St. Louis, and I bring him up, I raise him, I pay him what we can. They come in and double and triple his salary with no repercussions, no like in NBA you got max salary, so you can kind of like play around with that. But like I don't see an end in like these smaller teams. Like, so you're going to force them to go bankrupt? Like I'm not sure what the strategy is on that, to be honest.
No, I don't.
And I don't know what exactly would you be tanking for, because I know most major league.
Yeah, who's tanking in baseball for a guy that's not going to play for 5 years?
Yeah, right. So why would there be an anti-tanking anything put in place? Because all baseball players, except for the exceptional few that goes right in the league and play.
It is so hard to hit a baseball. Ain't nobody up there trying not to hit a baseball. Like I don't get that. It's the
I don't think it's the players. I think it's
definitely.
I think
not the players.
I think
the
it's
players think that
well,
how
I
are you
mean,
being cheap with a $150 million roster? Like, come on.
Well,
yeah, Cleveland's payroll, the $171 million floor.
Yes.
Cleveland would have to increase their payroll by $86 million.
That's crazy.
So who do they pay?
They'd have to double. They would have to double their payroll, because you look at, it's kind of funny. Cleveland leads their division, $85 million payroll. Chicago White Sox are second with an $88 million payroll. A lot of these teams, you look at Detroit at $207 million payroll, and they suck. So I mean, it's not just because you spend. It's just greed. It's like you say, Kevin. What are we going to be up to? $50 hot dogs. I mean,
the beers are already $20 at these games. Like, it's not. It's and then you look in the stands, they're not there, so they don't want you there. They just want the TV right money.
Correct.
So if they do show up, you have to pay an exorbitant amount of money just to be in the ballpark for the day.
I mean, it's crazy. I mean, a lot of these smaller market teams, I mean, so like Cleveland, Miami, Tampa Bay, a lot of these smaller market teams, St. Louis, near the bottom in payroll, Minnesota, Pittsburgh. I would say, like, okay, well, where are they going to move to? Where are they going to move to and get that money, right? Not every other city is New York or Los Angeles or Boston. So I just don't understand where would you move to get said money that you that you think you're going to get. I mean, to me it's just like you can't. You are literally forcing the teams at the bottom to double their salary. They'll fold. You know what I mean? They'll fold. They won't. They'll move. They'll either have to move the team or fold the franchise. That's not going to hold up. The other
Cleveland had $337 million in revenue last year to give you an idea.
$337 in revenue.
And you want them to spend 170 on the roster.
I mean, you gotta. There's other expenses besides salaries of the players. So yeah, I mean they're barely making ends meet. I'm not really sure what the calculus is on this. Do you want to have a league?
The Yankees made $755 million last year.
Profit.
That's revenue, yeah.
Oh, okay. So their revenue's double what Cleveland's is. I thought it'd be more than that. Really thought it'd be more than that.
It's right at double.
One of the things that they'll do that they're talking about as well, the side to go along with that, because a lot of I think
to me, real quick.
Yeah,
real quick,
yeah. Go ahead, Kevin.
Like to me, let's say who's the lowest revenue team?
Probably the Marlins.
Let's just say Cleveland is, for example. I know they're not, but let's just say they are because we know the numbers already.
Yeah.
So if you take that 170 million minimum, to me that should be whatever the lowest team's revenue is. 50% of their revenue should be the salary cap, not minimum, the cap. So I think the cap should be 170 million.
Right.
Like why are you telling a team to spend more than half their money? Or if it's the cap's 300 million, now Cleveland has to spend all their money. So nobody's making money in Cleveland. How is that supposed to work?
It's not going to work. it's not going to work. I mean, I think like Chip says, they come in and try to get it, the most that they think they can get, but I'm not really sure why these players think they're going to get that kind of money. Like I said, they'll fold. They'll lock them out before they agree to that.
I do think, Will, to your point, and Tom and Kevin will probably disagree with me on this. In theory, you would think a successful team is going to be a more profitable team. You get more people in the stands, more people supporting it and understand. I think there are those owners who get their financial experts, their finance departments, and they try to get them together, and they try to find out. Their priority is, I want to get the most profit with spending the least amount of money that I can. Absolutely. Their priority is not winning. Their priority is not putting a good product out there. Their priority is, how can I efficiently make the most money without putting as much money into this? And to me, that's where you get the concept of that's where I won't call it tanking, but you don't get the best product. And that's where this. I don't know if a floor. I don't know if is the answer to that.
They're basically asking the owners to make less than the best players on the team. Like if Cleveland's spending, if the cap's 300 million, they're only making 50 million in revenue, so the owner gets 50 million and the best player gets 50 million this year. Like, what is that? But how many employees make more than the owners in a field? Like, what field does the employee make more than the owner?
And I can't believe I'm quoting this guy. I do. Part of me does agree with the whole argument about what Barry Bonds said. He's like, we should be the ones making the money. We're the ones doing the entertaining. I mean,
but you don't own the product.
Hey, tell Barry Bonds to go down to the local recreation and start hitting balls off a tee and see how many people show up and pay to watch that. Like, there's a stadium there. There's jerseys. People pay to wear the jersey. I pay to watch the Cardinals jersey. I know you pay to watch the Yankees jersey. I mean,
I pay to watch
players as long as they're on the team.
I pay to watch a player perform well in a Yankees jersey. I don't pay to watch him perform poorly in a Yankees jersey.
I pay.
Right, you don't care what his name is. You don't care who he is, how many kids he's got, as long as he plays well for the Yankees. Like that's Charlotte Hornets fans. They allow Miles Bridges to do whatever he wants to do, and we pull for him. Like, let's beat up all the women we can. The guy got arrested the other day for beating up a woman in football, and nobody's really talking about it. But like, I just the owners are like, I know you're looking at it from a fan standpoint. I want my team to do well and root, but like the owner's a businessman. He's got to make some money. Like, I don't like telling the Cleveland Guardians owner he can only make $50 million while the Yankees owner makes $300 million is just a little weird to me. And I know that that's going to happen that way. But telling the owners that, and then having the owners sit there and be like, well, why is my left fielder or DH making more than me right now? And that's the issue from the owners.
So, and just to make sure I'm on the same page with you, your issue is not as much about from conversations we've had in the past. You think a cap is a good move for them, but you just want to stick with the cap, not with the floor.
Yeah, I don't see any reason for any floor.
I don't see them reason for any floor either. I think it's,
what are you gonna do? Spend like no money and let your you're gonna lose your fans. You're not gonna make any money. Like,
well, one of the things they're looking at too.
A's don't even have a team, y'all. I mean, a stadium, y'all. Like, they don't have a home.
Well, in reading this from, if I understood the proposal by Major League Baseball to help with the lower teams, because most of the teams right now, especially like the Yankees, they have the YES Network. They have their own local media contracts. That media share is going to be more like the NFL model where they're going to divide it equally. And a lot of the Yankees, from my understanding, a lot of the Yankees' profit that they make is based off of the. So that revenue that y'all just quoted a second ago, and obviously, yeah, I'm using my own team here, but just using that as an example, a lot of that would go into the pot to spread around to the entire league. So you're looking at a more even revenue stream, at least from the revenue that's being brought in by Major League Baseball by each of the teams. That's going to be divvied out more evenly amongst the teams. That to me makes this argument a little more plausible, or makes this proposal a little more plausible.
Well, the what you say, the mid-market teams, the small market teams,
sure, yeah,
they struggle enough as it is. So that would be.
And you don't want to lose those teams.
No,
you don't want.
You're not going to lose those teams. You're going to find owner, and this is where I have a hard time feeling. And I know we don't feel sorry for multi-million-dollar players. I don't feel sorry for multi-million-dollar owners. If you can't afford to support a team at a decent level, sell to somebody who can.
Well, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Man,
if you only can make $350 million and the other team can make $750 million, what do you want the What do you want the Guardians owner to do? What should he do?
Make it. I mean, spend that money. You've got to my $350 million.
Well, I mean, still.
And
not the only expense.
And that's not, yeah, right. And you're talking, and that's the other thing too. This is another thing where a team like the Yankees, or even teams like the Dodgers in California, they're going to run up against a disadvantage versus teams that have a better state tax level, because these players basically they're going to sign a big contract with LA or with Anaheim or San Francisco or New York, and they're going to see a whole lot larger percentage of their salary going to taxes than teams Florida that doesn't have an income tax. You know,
right?
So I mean that could be an inherent advantage to teams that are.
It's always funny to me though, if you work out of state from your residence, you work out of state.
Tell Will to speak up and put that microphone near his face.
I got it near my face. What do you want me to do? Eat it?
Yes, please.
Now, that sounds good right there. Speak up, Deacon. I can't hear you in the back.
So if you work out of state, those taxes supposed to come back to your home state, where your actual resident is.
Not necessarily.
In theory.
In theory,
it's where you work.
It don't work that way though.
Don't work that way.
No, athletes have to pay the tax wherever they play the game at.
Really?
Yeah, like their independent contract. Basically, like if you play your game and like your Jordan plays his game in Charlotte, he has to pay North Carolina taxes on the money he made that night, not Chicago taxes.
Yeah, they definitely want to play in Florida all the time. Then.
Yeah, that's
yeah, it's
playing Texas, playing Tennessee.
It's kind of weird.
There's gonna be a lot going on with this, definitely. So this is just the opening salvo by both sides. So we'll definitely keep an eye on that and see what's going on with it. Meanwhile, if I can see if I can. Yeah, there we go. All right, let's take a look at the standings. Ooh, yep. So real quick, looking at the standings, we'll start with the National League because our teams are all in the American League. Braves continue to set the pace for the entire major leagues. They are 39-19. They are the Philadelphia Phillies, I think, are like 7, 8, or 9 games above 500 since Don Mattingly took over as their interim manager. I'm just going to say that, but they got a little reinvigoration after the coaching change. So they're still a good almost 10 games behind Atlanta. Milwaukee Brewers leading the very competitive NL Central. That's the most competitive league division in the league right now. You've got all 5 teams above 500. Kevin's Cardinals 4.5 games out of first place behind the Brewers. The Cubs 5 games. You got the Reds and the Pirates all above 500. Every team in that division within 6 games of the Brewers. You've got the Dodgers getting a little bit of breathing room between them and the Padres, 4.5 games up. Both of those teams in the Diamondbacks are also above 500. You've got the Giants and the Rockies. The Giants 15 games back, the Rockies 16.5 games back. How's that experiment doing with Tennessee's former college baseball head coach coaching the Giants? How's that going so far?
Not too well.
No, I don't know how that experiment's going. That's your national. Let's look at the National League. Look at the standings in the American League right now. Starting in the West, the Mariners have caught the still entertaining to me. The Athletics don't have a city beside their name,
Yep.
but have the Athletics in second, game and a half behind the Mariners. You got the Rangers and the Astros, 2.5 and 3.5 respectively, and then.
So if I can interject here, Tampa Bay leading the East, payroll $98.8 million.
Yeah.
Whereas the New York Yankees have a $325 million payroll. So let's punish these teams that figure out how to do it with less. So let's punish you to help New York, to bankrupt you, to help New York win another another World Series. So I just think it's.
Now,
it's
you
terrible.
can't say they're trying to help the bigger market teams. They're
They
trying
are.
not with a salary cap. You can't. You're talking out both ends of your mouth there. They're trying to
with
do
a salary floor. Absolutely.
Everything they do.
If you're that
helps
cheap,
them.
you can't afford $170 million for your roster. I'm sorry, but now to Tom's point,
Why would you have to? Not that you couldn't afford it. Why would you?
No,
have
that's what.
to?
No, but that's the argument that's being made is that they can. We're going to bankrupt these teams. Is what I'm hearing. I'm
So
sorry.
Chip wants to bankrupt it.
Yeah, there you go.
Where it's 3 teams: Boston,
I don't understand.
L.A. and New York and Chicago. Well, 4 Chicago, and then they could just back
I don't.
each other.
If it's not to bankrupt these teams, what is it for? Because why would you have if you're producing with spending $98 million compared to $300 million?
Yeah, I know.
Why would you have to spend another? Almost another $100 million.
Net worth of the Tampa Bay Rays owner, $1.6 billion.
It would have to be. He owned a professional team.
Okay, well then what's the problem then?
Then why? My problem is he's finding a way to do it with less money.
Now that argument I get. Tom's argument about the team. If you're finding a talent or able to put a talented team out there for less cost, that's the argument I will agree with. This whole argument about bankrupting these teams. No, I'm sorry. Get off of that.
They want to bankrupt the team.
It's not. I'm not with a $1.6 billion net worth. You ain't bankrupting nothing.
The Mets.
That net worth. He don't have $1.6 billion of cash in his pocket.
No.
Then he doesn't pay. He doesn't pay out of his pocket. The business makes money, and you use that money to pay the employees. Some of the franchises, some of the McDonald's franchises, for example, make more than others. But like, you can't say that owner for the Rays is being cheap and should spend $80 million more to what is he going to spend it on? What does he need to do?
He already got it.
Here's another.
It's a smart businessman. You want everybody to overpay for everybody instead of like, hey, I can get this. The Braves, the best decision they did was sign Acuna to that deal. That's why they're in first. That's why they're the best team in baseball.
So I understand using
$400 million.
I understand using the argument of if you can put a better product out there for less money. That argument I'll concede to that. I do not feel sorry for any one of these owners. I'm sorry, I don't. And none of. I mean,
we're not talking about the owners. We're talking
I
about
am.
The franchise. We're talking about the franchise.
Well, the franchise is the owners for the most part. I mean, that's.
The franchise is the owner,
and so they're the ones putting the money up to support the program, to support the
like
team.
Kevin says, you got to have revenue for the business, or you're out of business. You're going to put your money somewhere else. It's about opportunity cost. Here, look, and throwing money at the problem. New York Mets. They're not top payroll, 9 games under 500.
Mm-hmm.
Toronto's 500, and a jerk manager. Houston's under 500. Chicago lingering around 500. San Diego pretty good. Detroit well below 500. Spending more money does not equate success anyway. So why should we force them to spend more money?
So we don't need a salary cap then. You're gonna make that argument. You don't need a salary cap then, I would disagree with that. I do think we need a salary cap.
Guys, here's the thing on the salary cap though. Here, I guess what you're not understanding. Let's say St. Louis has got, we got our starting pitcher, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you guys can go to anybody's roster at the end of the year and double their salary, whether they're worth that or not. That's the problem. You guys the Yankees and the Dodgers and the Mets are raising the price of Mason Plumlee to $15 million, and he should be worth $1 million. So the Cardinals are like, well, to get a decent reliever, I got to pay more than my starter now because the Yankees just gave somebody $40 million. So that's the issue, is that guys who aren't worth something are getting paid more because the Yankees, hey, we need a starter. We'll pay him double, and that's how how it works, and that's why it affects the other teams. Is that the guys I can have Albert Pujols over here better than your players, but you're paying worse players more than him because you can't, and that's how you get better rosters. Or supposed to get better rosters. Is doing that. So like the cap thing isn't. It's to keep that from happening. It's not like I'm not worried about you being dumb and spending dumb. It's quit paying players that aren't worth it. So now I got to pay a player that's not worth it on my team.
For the record, and the teams that made the playoffs last year, because I know y'all always said the Yankees are part of the problem. For the teams that made the playoffs last year, let's see, including the Guardians, let's see, 1, 2, 3. So out of the 12, the Yankees were midway in terms of how their rosters were built. 7 of those players on their roster came from free agency. Let's see, half of the teams had more free agents than they did. Half of them didn't. So they're not. It's not like all their teams constructed from free agents. Actually, other than
every time a good player gets good, and they're like, well, Yankees will just go get him. We'll go get Jason. We'll go get Matt. We'll go get Matt Holliday. We'll go get everybody. We'll go get everybody that's what it is when teams can't afford them anymore. Oh, we got them.
But that's not. I know that's the narrative, but it's not accurate anymore. And I know it used to be.
Anymore. That's what the Dodgers are doing now.
I mean,
I was finna say it's pretty accurate.
Not anymore. Tell me. I mean,
the Dodgers are doing.
That is what. Now I will concede.
Judge got hot in Miami. Where did he go?
Judge is a Yankees prospect. The Yankees drafted Judge. Yeah, no, he's not from Florida. The Yankees drafted actually the Yankees have one of the best farm systems in terms of what's on their roster right now. Ben Rice is a Yankees prospect. Cam Schlittler is a Yankees prospect. Okay, so I mean these guys. The one team looking at the teams that made the playoffs last year, out of the prospects or out of the teams that are built from their own farm system.
How many of yours came from free agent?
7.
How many players are on the field?
25. How many teams
on the field?
Oh, on the field. But you're talking about bench players as well. Not all the free agents are starters.
I'm sure you didn't sign bench players.
Yeah, no, we did. Yeah, as depth. Austin. Oh gracious.
I'm sure. Yeah. Hold on. You do sign free agents for as bullpen wise. I'm not talking bullpen wise. Take bullpen out of it.
So what's your question?
How many players did you sign? Non-bullpen wise players.
Okay, I don't have that breakdown in front of me, but I mean, Austin Wells, catcher, was a prospect. Ben Rice, first baseman, was a prospect. Anthony Volpe, now he was injured last year come playoff time. Judge, right field, prospect. Schlittler, their ace pitcher last year in the playoff was a prospect.
Who did y'all steal from Miami?
That's Giancarlo Stanton, and that was a trade. That wasn't free agency. And
same difference.
I'm sorry, did Miami agree to it? That's not stealing in my mind. Okay. So, but anyways,
well,
I will to Kevin's point. It is still happening in the sport because the Dodgers. I would say, are the Dodgers are what the Yankees were 20 years ago. And I will admit that the Yankees were the ones getting the free agents. I'll be the first one to admit that, the evil empire argument. But that is not as valid of an argument now for the Yankees. They're middle of the road in terms of how their roster's constructed. When you look at the other playoff teams from last year.
Middle of the road. They got the third highest payroll in baseball. But anyway, Thomas over at Friendship has appreciate you listening. Thomas reminded everybody about the payroll of the Marlins when they won the World Series was less than what A-Rod was making. So why are we punishing people who are smarter, who are able to do more with less?
The Rays are a valid argument for that. All right, guys, we got through baseball. Let's get ready to we're going to talk about NBA playoffs here when we come back. You're listening to Saturday Morning Shot, Joxx, KTCBroadcasting.com.
New at Cart Guys in Gastonia. Come check it out. It's the all-new Venom EV golf cart with voice command. That's right, voice command. You've got to see it. And just in time for spring and summer, Cart Guys in Gastonia has a sale on their 2025 golf carts. Now $500 off. But that's not all. Take 10% off their heavy-duty polyethylene patio furniture. Plus new dump trailers and Liberty sheds are there too. Check it out, Cart Guys, 109 Crowders Creek Road at the Highway 321 South intersection in Gastonia. Online at cartguysinc.com. 0%. 0%. Yes, 0% financing on select Kias at Shelby Kia. Plus bonus cash too, with discounts of up to $10,000 on select models. Now is the time for your new Kia from Shelby Kia. The selection has never been better. New Kia SUVs now under $35,000 and now up to $5,000 over book value on your trade-in. Plus, you get a lifetime warranty at Shelby Kia, 4425 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, online at shelbykia.com. The annual Cherry Bounce Festival returns to Forest City Friday and Saturday, June 5th and 6th, with free live music at Pavilion on Park Square. It kicks off Friday night at 7:30 with the band Unspoken Tradition. Saturday at 10 a.m., it's Wiregrass. 12 noon, Hannah Kaminer and the Wistfuls. At 2 p.m., it's A Tale of Two. And at 4, it's Red Camel Collective. There will be moonshine and whiskey tastings, cherry-inspired goods by Main Street businesses, art vendors, food trucks. The annual Cherry Bounce Festival, Friday and Saturday, June 5th and 6th in Forest City. It's all new at McGinnis Furniture in downtown Cherryville. New Italian leather sofas. You've got to come experience the ride with power headsets producing zero gravity. And they're available in gray and tan. Let Hubert McGinnis demonstrate one for you, but better yet, try it out for yourself. And McGinnis Furniture carries a full line of sofas, chairs, recliners, and more. Ask about financing. Delivery is available. See the new Italian leather sofas today at McGinnis Furniture, 303 East Main Street, downtown Cherryville. It's time to declare war on your yard with a visit to Tri-City Outdoor Power Equipment in Forest City with a new Warhawk mower. Featuring intelligent design with military precision. They are built for mission-ready performance and made in Texas, United States of America. And for first responders, take 25% off. For veterans and active duty, take 30% off. And they come with a 6-year warranty. And with every Warhawk mower sold, a percentage of the proceeds will go to Canines for Warriors. See the new Warhawk mower today at Tri-City Outdoor Power Equipment, 221 Daniel Road in Forest City.
This month's Scholar Athlete of the Month is Christian Atkins of East Lincoln High School. The award is sponsored by McDonald's, KTC Broadcasting, and What'sUpShopper.com. Christian is a senior at East Lincoln High School and plays basketball and runs track. Christian is the son of Shantae Atkins and Rick Lattimore. Christian has a 4.107 grade point average. His advanced courses include pre-calculus, psychology, and stats. Extracurricular activities include Beta Club, playing golf, and training kids for basketball. Christian is a member of the Covenant Church and participates in fundraisers for sports. After graduation, Christian plans to attend William Peace College and major in business and play basketball. The McDonald's KTC Broadcasting What'sUpShopper.com Student Athlete Award recognizes not only the accomplishments in athletics, but also for overall achievement in the classroom and community. Sponsored by McDonald's, KTC Broadcasting, and What'sUpShopper.com.
And we're back on Saturday Morning Sports Talk with Chip and the crew.
Chip and the crew. Wow, he's changing it up a little bit. Look at him.
Well, with Kevin, it's the gang. It's just like, well, maybe I should change it to Chip and the crew. I mean, it's just like there's only 4 of us this morning instead of 5 like normal.
Awful.
I mean, we all 5 are here. Kevin's here.
So if we go to
remotely,
if we
Kevin's
go from 5
here
to 4, we're a crew, not a gang.
Kevin's here. Spirit.
Did you look that up in the dictionary? Did you Google that? 5 is a gang, but 4 is a crew.
4 is a crew.
All right.
Okay.
I'll go with
I
that.
mean, if you want, I could call us the Fantastic
Hey, he's the one
Four.
that's street smart around here.
There you go.
He is street smart.
That's exactly right. So, welcome everyone. Saturday morning, Shock Joxx.
There ain't much street about that.
With JP, John Prather in the control room there. Tom Sinfani, Will Boykins, Chip Carter, Kevin Hastings is with us as well. He's on site in Asheville, giving us the down low on what's going on up in the mountains. But NBA playoff time. The New York Knicks are sitting around right now enjoying their life of their high living up in New York City.
That's
just chilling in Madison Square
They
Garden.
just waiting to get swept.
All right, true or false? I'm going to go ahead and ask it. I think Tom alluded to this already. We might have one person who disagrees with this in the room. True or false? The winner of this game tonight, Game 7 of the Western Conference Finals between the Thunder and
Is going to sweep the Knicks.
is the winner of the championship.
Is going to sweep the Knicks.
All right. I won't go. I don't know.
I
if
got $100 to say the Knicks don't get swept.
You think the Knicks are going to get swept?
No, I got $100 to say that they don't.
Oh, that they're not going to get swept. I don't know if I go so far to say they get swept. I will say whoever wins this game wins the championship.
I mean, y'all don't think Jalen Brunson is as good as Steph Curry or Magic Johnson or Isaiah Thomas, do you?
No.
Oh, they got
They're-
Carl.
but they're
they got
not-
Carl
they're-
Anthony Towns. They got
They're
Josh
good
Hart.
collectively. They're not. They're not just good with one person. They're good collectively all the way around.
My point is, and it always has been, no point guard has led their team in scoring and won an NBA championship except those three, and they all did it only one time. Magic, Isaiah, and Steph are the only point guards to ever lead their team in scoring and win an NBA championship.
And I think
Brunson's leading that team in scoring. They're about to get mollywopped in the finals.
And you can make an argument all three of those players you just referenced are generational talents as well. And I'm not. Brunson's phenomenal.
Right.
He's a great player, but he's not a generational talent. Yeah, I agree with that.
That's okay. Magic, Steph, and Isaiah are three of the 4 point guards on Mount Rushmore, and they're the only three to do it. Hey, you want Oscar Robertson would probably be the other one that's going to do that.
That's pretty good.
Or find someone else.
Pretty good argument.
But like that's the list. Like Magic, Steph, and Isaiah, and they're the ones that won the championships as leading their team in scoring. So like unless Brunson's on that level, I just don't see it. I just really don't.
I agree. I agree with all that. I do think that the Knicks will be able to steal a game from one of these teams.
Oh yeah.
I think.
They might get one.
Yeah, that's
they're about to get destroyed.
I would. Yeah, I don't. Whoever wins this game tonight wins the championship, and I think. And to Kevin's point, I think they're going to win pretty soundly, pretty handily. You've got the depth of the Thunder along with SGA. Although this whole anti-flopping campaign, I'm realizing is not very effective when it comes to your marquee players because the clips that Kevin showed last week shot.
And he missed every shot.
Yeah, I know. That was the other thing. He looked like Angel Reese there at one point.
They have, as of right now, the New York Knicks. The New York Knicks have better odds to win the championship than the San Antonio Spurs.
Right now.
So say that again for me, Tom.
The New York Knicks have better odds to win the championship than the Spurs right now.
Oh wow. Well, that's because they're already in the championship. That's the only reason for that. Because the Spurs right now, they'd say have a 50-50 chance of even making the finals. So that diminishes their.
So you think that's going to change, huh? Okay. Yeah, it's a good point. That's a fair.
That's.
point.
Well, I'm probably guessing that's why it's impacting their overall odds in the finals.
The Knicks started out as 22-1.
I'll put it this way, Tom. Whoever wins this game tonight, their odds are going to go through the roof, and they'll be the favorite over the Knicks.
Well, the Knicks has got you got to realize Knicks has been on rest for how many days?
But why would you change the Knicks? I mean, if it doesn't matter, why would the Knicks still be 2-1? That doesn't make sense. I guess they figure because if the Spurs go, I guess if they figure if the Spurs make it, but still, even regardless of who makes it, I still don't see how. I can see how the Spurs might be a little bit of a longer shot, but I don't see how that's still longer than the Knicks right now.
You'd almost say it needs to be like an even third, I guess, like 33% chance, and then the Thunder, the Spurs have a 33% chance.
I guess is that Game 7 tonight.
It's 8:00 on NBC and Peacock tonight. 8 p.m. is the tip-off.
That's gonna be a good ball game.
Well, based on the scores of the last couple of games, it's just
get you some popcorn and watch them beat each other up and down the court.
Anything I can grab for you?
I was looking for some basketball. There we go. All right, continue. Trying to pull up the scores, and I got an ad on that.
Will.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I'm glad I've seen. Have you ever played ball, like a pickup game with no referees when everybody's playing? And you ever seen a guy flop on jump shots?
No.
Okay. So that's what SGA's been doing, whatever his name is. And we talked last week, he falls on 17% of his shots. So whenever 6 shots, he falls down on. So finally, and this is what I've been saying, doing, like, if I'm playing and a guy's flopping on me and being weak and trying to get calls like that, and I've seen teams, like, what they've been doing with him is just, like, barely touching him
and he flops anyway, and the refs still call it. So it seems like the last game or two, they decided to change their strategy and go, you know what? It's park ball time. If he's gonna flop, we're gonna hit him hard.
Yeah.
And that's what they should have been doing the whole time.
SGA rules.
And that's what the whole NBA should be doing to him. Is that every time you flop in this stuff, like, I'm not gonna get a cheap foul. I'm gonna shove you down. I'm gonna hit you. If you're gonna box me out and I know you're gonna flop, I'm just gonna hit the crap out of you. We got 50 fouls over here. I don't care how many free throws he gets at this point. He's gonna feel them.
Technically, they get 60
where
fouls.
he bumps into me and then throws the
or
ball
55. 55. I'm sorry.
Well, he's getting chunked. And I'm glad the Spurs are doing it. And that's what they should be doing. And just destroying him when he does that stuff. Like, it's just the weakest stuff I've ever seen in my life. And I'm so glad the Spurs are taking care of that mess.
These games have been a lot of these games between these two teams. It's like one team just starts mailing it in towards the end of the game. They got Thunder in Game 3 beat the Spurs 123 to 108. Let's see, Game 4, Spurs win 103 to 82. That's over a 20-point margin. Let's see, Game 5, Thunder wins 127 to 114. Not huge, but that's a 13-point advantage. And then you've got, Tom pointed this out, blowout here in Game 6, 118 to 91. So is this game going to be? How close is this game going to be? There's no coming back from tonight if you don't win. So I don't think either one of these teams is going to mail it in to end it up to finish it off. Actually, the third quarter of last game is what made the difference. Spurs outscored the Thunder 32 to 13 in the third quarter last game in Game 6. So
I like Spurs' chances.
Yeah, I was going to say I've picked the Spurs from the beginning to go, as long as they stayed healthy, to go to the. To go all the way. Had Fox and Harper had some early injury concerns early in this series, but they seem to have they seem healthy and they're both playing. So I'm going to stick with my pick. As long as the Spurs stay healthy, they'll make it to the finals and they'll go all the way. Tom just picked the Spurs as well. Will, what are your thoughts?
Okay, I picked OKC in the beginning because I wanted to see a three-peat, and they are the ones with the closest chance to do it. So if they win this year, they can three-peat next year.
That chance is still alive. Yeah.
So that chance is still alive.
I'll tell you this.
So I do want to see. I seen it with other teams, the Jordan team. But I've seen it. It's just something really cool to see in sports.
SGA's not Jordan. He's not Kobe. They ain't three-peat.
Absolutely not.
They ain't.
Nowhere close.
You never know. There's not really a super team out there. You know what I mean? That could beat them. So I mean,
I think the Spurs will just continue to get better the more experience they
get.
get.
I think the Spurs are going to be real. I don't think it'll be easy for them, but I do think they got the closest chance right now. Relatively speaking, I see this club as the closest club to do it.
Oh yeah, well this and the thing about the Spurs too, and with either one of these teams, the advantage or one of the things for the Thunder is they're such a deep team. They have so many guys who can, and yes, obviously SGA's their big name guy. Holmgren down low with his height is kind of they want to see if he can match up with
really
Wemby.
a threat to me because he's so. He's super tall.
He
talented,
he was like the alien before Wemby got in the league.
Super skinny.
Yeah, that's it. But yeah, they've got, if they do get hit by an injury or two, they've still got the depth to continue to perform every night. The thing about the Spurs, I think the Spurs have got the best when they're healthy. They're talent-wise, they're the best team in the league. But they've got to stay healthy, and that's. I mean, last year Wembanyama didn't play the end of the year. He had that shoulder injury or something. So something like that happens, or Fox gets hurt. Harper's continuing to get better and better as a rookie. But if he gets hurt, they don't have the depth that as much. Nobody has the depth that the Thunder has. So an injury or two could really kind of hurt their chances.
Line right there.
Yeah.
Between like. You can't be too heavy, and you can't be too skinny. Because it seems like the guys that are a little on the heavier side start collecting injuries. But then you look at the guys a little on the skinnier side start collecting injuries.
Yeah.
And your guys that are in the middle usually can sustain and play year round.
Yep. So.
Yeah.
Well, no,
if he put 50 pounds, 20 pounds of muscle on,
I think
it's hard for those guys. To do.
When he
I know
he apparently did that this past year. It's just hard. Like he's so blamed tall. It's hard to see it. That 20 pounds stretches out over a lot of that's a lot of real estate to spread out.
You'd have to.
Your 50 pounds is probably more accurate.
He's got to have like a special bench press and a special squat rack and all that.
He's got to have a special bed. He's got to have a special shower. He's got to have a special house.
Everything, man.
I mean, everything.
How
does he drive?
He can't fly on a plane. What's he drive?
Literally, this guy could walk in here and just put his hand on the ceiling, just flat
His
palm,
head could touch the ceiling.
just flat palm the ceiling.
I mean,
he's close to 7'4",
7'6",
7'6".
I think. I don't know.
I mean, it's just that dude is an alien. Man.
He's something else.
7'6" and can dribble the ball.
Yeah, and rain threes.
Yeah, I know, man. It's crazy.
I mean, okay, KG could dribble.
You're right, Tom. He's 7'4". I apologize.
That's what I thought he was.
Yeah.
I thought he was 7'4", but still 7. He's 4 inches past. He is 4 inches taller than a 7 foot tall man. That's ridiculous.
That's and again, he can dribble the ball. He can run the offense.
Right.
Shoot, make threes rain down from anywhere on the court. He's unreal. And he's the scary.
I've got some info on something for you guys here.
Oh, feed us.
Under the NBA's collective bargaining agreement, teams are required to provide extra long beds for the players on the road or face $5,000 fines.
Love it.
To accommodate players who often stand over 7 foot tall, teams utilize portable bed extenders, while partner hotels frequently retrofit rooms with custom 96-inch king mattresses. Accommodating specific heights of NBA players requires clever logistical coordination between teams, athletics, and hotels. Let's see. Wimbiana uses a portable bed extender, so I guess they just add a double bed on the end of the bed. I don't know.
I guess.
That's awesome.
Add a gurney on the bed. What's a portable bed extender? A gurney?
Yeah.
So it's probably you know how you go to a hotel and say, you got a cot? You get a cot.
They just put the cot and just roll it to the end of the foot of the bed.
Go ahead, put on.
Portable bed extender. Like, that's not a real word or product, I don't think.
It's a fancy way of saying.
We had stuff on for these tall folk.
That's what they don't call them delivery men anymore. I'm a transportation specialist. That's you're
logistics.
Yeah, I'm a logistics. Yeah, that's right. You're a delivery man, right? So, which is nothing to be ashamed of. That's good. Oh man, that's awesome. So, all right, well,
hey, not gonna knock it because at one time
that was me.
At one time in my career, I was a sanitation engineer.
There you okay.
So, not gonna knock.
You clean toilets.
That's good. Kevin, who you got for to win this thing? I couldn't remember. Do you have the Thunder or the Spurs?
Spurs.
So with 3-1 Spurs, and then Will got the Thunder. Will might be laughing at all of us come next weekend. So we'll see what happens with that. Looking at free agency and looking at the offseason, there's still an interesting offseason as well for the NBA. Anybody got any guesses, predictions where LeBron's going, or does anybody care?
Nobody cares.
Cleveland, Tom's just got to get over
it. They're going to put a statue of him out there at Cleveland.
If Cleveland don't take him back, he might be a New York Knick.
That'd be fine. Let him go there.
I keep hearing rumblings about him going to Golden State. Him and Steph finally playing together.
Yeah, two guys on Social Security on the same.
Two guys on Social.
I was going to say 2 guys on walkers.
Two guys on Social Security that can still school any of us in this room at the game. So I don't know. We'll see.
Schooling me in basketball ain't no big deal to me.
You can beat me in basketball.
Hey, Kevin can beat Caitlin Clark. All right, come on.
Kevin cannot beat.
Dang right, I can.
You can beat me in basketball.
Kevin's
that's amazing.
a whole foot shorter than Caitlin Clark. She would back him into the paint and it would be over. Let's end that argument right now today. Never have that argument again. If she backs it up on me, she's gonna have to turn around and no chance
ask me for a phone number.
Forget that she's a female. You have no chance against Clayton Clark. You pick another player, and I might put you in there.
Please, let's
you
not.
and Caitlin Court.
Let's
it's
not.
not
do this.
happening.
Please don't do this.
Oh, you guys are entertaining.
Please don't do
Did we have any, one other question I was going to ask, and this is nobody really knows the answer to this yet. Anybody have any idea where Giannis is going to be next year?
No,
Charlotte.
All right.
Well, hey, I can wish to get one of the best players in the league.
You can wish in one hand and spit in the other, and at the end, which one you got?
We know what's gonna pile up first.
That's right. Which you gonna have more? Which chain's gonna have more in it when time you're done? So, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not sure. I've tried to keep the tabs on Giannis. I'm not sure who's got the inside track on him right now. There's been some early conversations, but don't know what. I do not believe. True. I don't believe he remains a Buck. I don't believe he stays in Milwaukee.
You know, I hate to say this, but LA just has that attraction.
Pair him with Luka, or do you think, or even be with the Clippers?
Yeah, I was thinking.
You think the Lakers? No.
Or here's a better idea, LeBron. Just retire, because we're kind of tired of you. So why don't you just retire? Nobody wants to watch him play anymore.
He's not tired of himself. That's.
Just retire. I think it's interesting. You mentioned Caitlin Clark. Talk about Gamblers Anonymous.
Oh boy, here we go.
They didn't announce her back injury until the start of the game.
Indiana got a slap on the wrist for that too.
That's kind of funny how they. It's like, what's that got to do with anything? Oh, it's the Gamblers. It's like, dang it, I've been on the fever and now she's not playing. Yeah. So it's kind of funny. I know it's a little off topic, but the sports betting, how it's influencing just about everything. It's kind of crazy. It does that.
You're right, Tom. It certainly does.
But that's one thing I hate. As soon as the last game, it's like with Cleveland, it's Donovan Mitchell. Is Donovan Mitchell coming back? Is he our guy? It's like every year. It's like as soon as that last game ends. Now one person's gone is James Harden. Please, no, do not bring him back. I think he went 1 for 8 from 3 the last game.
Have you ever seen such a phenomenal player just lay egg after egg after egg in the playoffs?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean,
he decided he was never going to get in shape, so in his life, so like at some point he's going to drop off. Like these guys got to stay in shape.
But I mean, he played decently in the regular season, didn't he, Tommy?
He's got to go to France with LeBron and get those 88 shots.
I mean, he just won for 8 in Game 4. I mean, they lost by like 37 points. It really didn't matter. But you're definitely not going to bring that guy back. And you gave up Darius Garland for him. So,
of course,
So basically, you traded Garland for a rental. Is what that did not get you to the finals. Didn't even get you to the conference didn't get you to the finals.
So,
I don't know.
What are you going to do? I mean, it's Cleveland every year. They get only so far. And then we have to hear you can't get there without LeBron crap, which kind of gets on my nerves too.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Still a good year. You made the Eastern Conference Finals, but no more James Harden. That was cute, but please.
No more James Harden.
No more James Harden.
All right, folks. Well, Game 7 again tonight. It's Thunder and Spurs. Whoever wins takes on the Knicks in the finals. And I think everybody in this room and in Asheville that's tuning in, whoever wins this game tonight is going to win the finals and might possibly sweep the Knicks based on our fearless leaders commentary. All right, folks. When we come back, I can't believe I'm saying this, but our boss just told us we've got hockey to discuss.
I love hockey.
All right. Well, Kevin, I'm teeing up Kevin for you here.
Football on skates is exactly what.
Football on skate. All right. Good deal. Well, and we'll be talking about our home state team, home state franchises. It might be what Kevin is alluding to, or something else. We'll find out when we come back. You're listening to Shot Joxx Saturday Morning Sports Talk on KTC Broadcasting.
We're going back. Yes, we're going back again this week to Shelby Honda and Shelby Kia. They're ready to wrap up the month in a big, big way. This is the week to buy your new Honda or your new Kia. Join myself along with Captain Ron and Jerry the Pie Owens. We'll be broadcasting live from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. This Saturday, March 30th. We'll have free Subway of Lincoln sandwiches, chips and drinks, and register to win some great prizes, including free nights Red Roof Inn lodging, American Legion Baseball World Series tickets, Hickory Crawdad tickets, free t-shirts, free food, free rounds of golf, and more. and check out the great deals. Get up to $5,000 over book value for your trade-in, plus 0% financing available and a lifetime warranty. That's right, a lifetime warranty. So plan now to be there. Come in for all the details this Saturday, May 30th, 10 to 2. Get your new deal on a new Kia or a new Honda at Shelby Honda and Shelby Kia. 4423 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Y'all come. It'll definitely be fun. You always feel better and look better with a clean haircut, and so will your lawn. To get that professional clean cut, call the Yard Barber at 704-751-2314. The Yard Barber does all types of lawn maintenance, including weed eating, edging, grass cutting, mulch, rock and flower bed maintenance, bush and tree maintenance, weed killer for flower beds, driveways, and sidewalks. Also leaf, tree, and bush removal. Prices range from $25 to $65 depending upon size and condition. Get a clean cut today. Call the Yard Barber, 704-751-2314. That's 704-751-2314.
Join us for our live Sunday morning worship services on WHS. It's the Sunday morning worship service from Calvary Baptist Church in Shelby, and on WCSL, it's the Sunday morning worship service from First Baptist Church in Cherryville.
0%. Yes, 0% financing on select Kias at Shelby Kia. Plus bonus cash too, with discounts of up to $10,000 on select models. Now is the time for your new Kia from Shelby Kia. The selection has never been better. New Kia SUVs now under $35,000 and now up to $5,000 over book value on your trade-in. Plus, you get a lifetime warranty at Shelby Kia, 4425 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, online at shelbykia.com.
Hey ladies, imagine slipping into a beautiful new hot tub on a cold night from Innovative Pool Designs in Kings Mountain. The hot water swirling around you from the powerful jets. This could be you with a stop in at Innovative Pool Designs in Kings Mountain. See their new stock of hot tubs. And now is the time to call and get your pool estimate for pool installation this spring and summer. Innovative Pool Designs. 629 East King Street in Kings Mountain and 6426 Wilkinson Boulevard in Belmont. Visit their website at ipdnc.com. Like them on Facebook too.
Some people say there are doers, and there are dreamers. But what's wrong with a little dreaming, especially when it's shared? With hard work, little dreams grow into big ones. At Kubota, we know that your work never stops, and we're inspired by those who dream. But our equipment is built for dreamers and doers, like you. Kubota, built for those who do.
Your Kubota dealer is Parker Farm Service, 126 Bessie Drive, Kings Mountain.
And we're back on Saturday Morning Sports Talk with.
And we're back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Don't you just love how he just interrupted me?
Well, you kind of queued him up.
I was mid sentence, and he just said, "Welcome back, welcome back." Really, Will?
Oh,
really?
That was Welcome Back, Carter, JP.
What?
You probably didn't recognize it.
No, actually, I'll be honest, I never have. No.
Okay. Show back in the 70s.
Well, I wasn't even a thing back in the 70s,
so you got a problem with me saying "Welcome back, Carter" right after you said "and we're back"?
No. I don't have a
And
problem
you
with you
said,
saying it.
"And we're back."
I just had a problem with you interrupting
You brought
me while
you
I
brought
was
us in.
mid-sentence.
You said "and we're back," and then you stopped, and then that's how I came in to say
And
"Welcome
I was
back."
about to say, with Chip and the crew, you're the one that interrupted me.
Moving right along.
All right.
We've got.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for that. That was great.
I think we have. What we got next?
We're wrapping things up. Good morning, listen to Shock Josh, Saturday Morning Sports Talk. John Prather there, along with Will Boykins, Tom Cinefani, Kevin Hastings on site in Asheville, and Chip Carter here with you. Thanks for tuning in.
And the Stanley Cup Final is going to involve your hometown Carolina Hurricanes, guys.
That's right. And Kevin's got some news about hockey, I think, but it probably has to do with I don't know if it has to do with the Hurricanes or not.
They're going to play two traditional hockey cities. Las Vegas versus Raleigh, North Carolina.
When I think hockey, I think Las Vegas and Raleigh.
When you think hockey, you think oversized Gastonia that Raleigh is. That's what I think.
Oversized Gaston.
I have never heard that before.
Crazy.
I want that so
That's
bad.
crazy.
Where's the Tony's ice cream in Raleigh?
It's an oversized Gaston.
Oh wow!
But it's going to be good series. The Golden Knights are just in their 9th season, but they've made the 4th Stanley Cup final. Okay, they did win it in 2023. The Hurricanes is their first Stanley Cup in 20 years.
Since 2006, right? And they won that. They won that Stanley Cup.
So the Hurricanes, they're pumped up for this one. The state of North Carolina is in a frenzy. Hockey frenzy.
All right, boys, don't cheat.
All right, I'm not looking.
So make sure you're all looking at each other's faces. Will's going to make sure because I know he don't know the answer.
All right. Minimize my computer.
How many years has it been since Stanley Cup lived in Canada?
Oh, it's been a while.
Why'd you say I wouldn't know the answer?
It's been a while.
Because I know you're not looking it up like these two just were.
I'm not looking it up. I'm serious. I minimized it. I'm not looking at things. I'm trying to honor you. Trying to be fair to your question, Kevin.
Yeah. They was cheating. You called them out on their cheating. I got you, brother. My bad, brother. My bad.
I know the Maple Leafs haven't won it.
Has it been since before 2000?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna put it this way.
Were we born?
The Dallas Cowboys have won a Super Bowl.
Wow.
Since the last time a Canadian team won the Stanley Cup.
Was Ronald Reagan in office?
No, it was 93.
Okay. 93. Year of the strike. Oh, so well, they're not going to be a Canadian team this year, so we don't have to worry about a baseball strike then after all.
Montreal Canadiens, 1993.
Wow.
Edmonton was 90. Calgary, 89. Edmonton, Montreal, Edmonton.
How about the last time that a Canadian team won the Stanley Cup? When Montreal won the Stanley Cup, Montreal had a baseball franchise.
Yeah.
They had a baseball franchise. That's how long ago it's been.
They've talked about bringing that back.
Expos.
Just give them a better field. That was a atrocious.
Tom, when the Blackhawks got to change their name?
They shouldn't have to change their name.
Well, I mean, the Indians did, and the
Redskins did.
The Redskins did.
I know. They haven't made them change it yet. I think it's going to swing the other way.
They got the same logo as the Redskins.
I know. I find it offensive, but
Well, I promised David Potter at some point we would talk hockey.
Irish blood finds it offensive.
Yeah, we don't really follow. I know that Potter does, but they here. What's it say here? During this playoff run, they've only lost one game.
They lost to Montreal the first game of the Eastern Conference Finals.
They are 12-1.
Yes, in the playoffs.
Well,
They are. I mean, they were number 1 seed. They were the highest ranked team other than the Colorado Avalanche, who the Golden Knights essentially upset odds wise in the Western Conference Finals.
It does seem weird we're playing hockey in June, but game 1 and
Tom,
go ahead.
You can get a ticket for game 1 for $722.
Where's my credit card? Let me get it out.
That's the low ticket end on ESPN right now, showing
wow
$722. Last game they had 18,900 in attendance. They'll play Tuesday night and Thursday night in Raleigh.
Yeah, play at PNC, right?
I think so.
Yeah, they play right there, State.
Yeah, we can go to Raleigh. Been to Raleigh last week. Let's go again.
I know it falls.
You could have just stayed.
Yeah, I could have just stayed all week.
Yes, you just camped out there.
Camped out there. My buddy Richard Howe's doing the 7A playoffs state series there, so we can go there and watch a little baseball.
7A.
7A. Yeah.
Who's doing the 15A playoff game?
We don't have a 15A.
We should. I mean, why not?
We should have an 8A.
Hey, Tom, I was listening to one of your broadcasts the other day, and you were mentioning the umpires telling the guys to get in the box, and that was in game 1. I only watched like 3 innings of the Cherryville game, and that umpire told the guy to get in the box a million times. Like, every batter, get in the box, get in the box, get in the box. I just, when you said that, I was like, that must be a point of emphasis on everything.
Well,
it's
kind of funny. The umpires choose which point of emphasis they're going to. They're going, like, some guys wanting to speed the game up, Kevin. So, like every guy that steps out of the box, they'll say that. But then they'll have 5 guys warming up, and they're only supposed to have, like, as the inning starts, you got 2 guys out. 1 guy on deck, maybe 1 guy in front of the on deck. That's it. And before the first batter, they got 7 guys out there loosening up. It's like, you're not supposed to do that, man. I mean, but yeah, it does kind of slow the game down when they're not in the box. So they're over there. Come on, get in the box. You're supposed to leave a foot in the box unless you swing. You had to dive out of the way of the pitch. The pitcher steps off. There's some things you can step out for, but you're supposed to stay in there. But anywho,
I got you.
Yeah.
I did want to mention. I did hear that in your broadcast, and did notice it in the game. I was sitting here watching while listening to you talk about it.
It's like, yeah, it's funny. It's like Tom has seen this before. I'm like, I'm not a big a stickler, and I'll say, hey man, you keep foot in the box. The main reason why, Kevin, is because if you step out of the box, if I hold my hand up, by the book, no play can be made. So if I've got my hand held up and then they pick the guy at first, I got to say, nope, my hand was up, and then you're going to have a mess. So that's why they're telling them to get in the box, because I'm not holding my hand up. And you can't tell them, it's like, kid, I'm not holding my hand up and calling time, because every time you step out, you want me to hold my hand up, nothing can happen. They're trying to pick your guy off at first. It's not fair to them when you're doing something you're not supposed to do. And that's basically the calculus on that.
Gotcha.
Anyway.
All right, boys. About time for another break.
Yep. All right, guys. We're going to wrap things up here when we come back. We got one more break here, and we'll talk maybe a little bit of golf. Maybe if anybody's got any NFL news, we'll cover that as well. You're listening to Saturday Morning Shock Joxx on KTC Broadcasting.
We're going back. Yes, we're going back again this week to Shelby Honda and Shelby Kia. They're ready to wrap up the month in a big, big way. This is the week to buy your new Honda or your new Kia. Join myself along with Captain Ron and Jerry the Pie Owens. We'll be broadcasting live from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. This Saturday, March 30th. We'll have free Subway of Lincoln sandwiches, chips and drinks, and register to win some great prizes, including free nights, Red Roof Inn lodging, American Legion Baseball World Series tickets, Hickory Crawdad tickets, free t-shirts, free food, free rounds of golf, and more. And check out the great deals. Get up to $5,000 over book value for your trade-in, plus 0% financing available, and a lifetime warranty. That's right, a lifetime warranty. So plan now to be there. Come in for all the details this Saturday, May 30th, 10 to 2. Get your new deal on a new Kia or a new Honda at Shelby Honda and Shelby Kia, 4423 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Y'all come. It'll definitely be fun. When you put together a sports team, you want to get the best players possible. It's the same in the automotive repair business. You want to assemble the best mechanics, and they have at Oak Grove Auto Sales, Service, and Body Shop. The very best technicians and the very best in auto body repair. And insurance work is welcome. They can do it all. They have the best team ever assembled. Come see for yourself. Even tires, too. At Oak Grove Auto Sales, Service, and Body Shop, 522 Oak Grove Road in Kings Mountain. Online at oakgroveauto.com. Like them on Facebook, too.
A Carfax top-rated dealer for sales and service since 2019.
Okay, we'll admit it. Gutter Guys sounds like they just install gutters, but they do so much more. Residential roofing? Yep. Commercial roofing? You bet. Custom decks and pergolas? Absolutely. They are a fully licensed general contractor. And oh yeah, they basically say gutters are great, but why stop there? Look, Gutter Guys may have outgrown their name, but they have never outgrown their commitment to quality and their community. Trusted, experienced, and ready to tackle your next project from the roof down to the deck. Gutter Guys, so much more than gutters. Give them a call at 704-879-4384. Online at gutterguysconstruction.com.
I'm Lon Helton, inviting you to join me as I count down the week's top 30 along with my co-host Riley Green, who is just named as a new coach on The Voice.
We start filming here in the next couple of months, and I really don't know what to expect other than I know how the chair works.
That's Riley Green this week on Country Countdown USA.
Wednesday at 1 p.m. on WCSL, 92.9 FM, 1590 AM, and KTCBroadcasting.com.
Don't miss the CF Moto Rev and Ride Sales event at Full Throttle Power Sports in Lowell with financing as low as 2.99% and get $1,000 in rebates. Also get up to $2,000 in customer cash on the remaining 2025 Wolverine Remax 4 1000 Limited and get $4,000 customer cash or 0.99% APR financing on the Yamaha Slingshots at Full Throttle Power Sports, 100 Indian Walk in Lowell. Online at ncfullthrottle.com.
Grizzly the Greeter says, what a sale on Heritage Steel products at Blessed Buildings and Tiny Homes in Cherryville this month. Take 25% off fully enclosed garages. Take 22% off carports priced over $10,000. Take 18% all other carports. And take 5% off greenhouses priced $5,500 and up. And get a free irrigation package for all greenhouses under $5,500. At military and first responders, always get a discount at Blessed Buildings and Tiny Homes. Highway 150 East in Cherryville, right across from Ace Hardware.
And we're back on Saturday Morning Sports Talk.
That's all you got?
That's all you got.
Didn't give us. He didn't want anybody to interrupt him that time. That's
I
what
didn't
that
even
was.
say that.
That's
I was making sure. See, he did the same pause the last break, so I sung welcome back quarter. And then he do the same pause this break, and he don't say nothing after it.
Y'all aren't jiving.
The only thing he's consistent with is disappointing y'all.
Aww.
Are we doing football?
Well, a little bit of everything. Well, you got something on football? I got a couple weird sports in there.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. You just show us what you got, Kevin, or tell us.
All right. Did y'all see the enhanced games?
I've heard about these. I didn't watch them.
They had a steroid Olympics to see how many world records they could break. And they didn't break almost any.
Really? Huh.
Regular guys, regular Olympians and stuff joined the thing that weren't juicing and were still beating the guys that were juicing. So this is it's been a little thing going on this weekend. Athletes are allowed to use steroids, testosterone, HGH, whatever in the world they want. They're showing this one swimmer got up in there and he had too much muscle. He started sinking.
that had the reverse effect, my friend.
Had he not been in the water?
He was going down instead of staying on top of the water.
Wow.
That's might have become a little too dense, sir.
that was it's funny to get. I'm just, you can go watch these. They're doing swimming and running and all other kind of things. Let's see, Hunter Armstrong, 2-time Olympic gold, a medalist, former world record holder, signs up as the only non-enhanced swimmer in his field. Wins the 50-meter backstroke anyway.
Wow.
For $250,000.
Wow.
Hey. That's a pretty good little pay.
I was about to say, good for him.
Hey, Tom, he swam 50 meters and won $250,000.
Hey, I can do it.
He swam 50 meters of backstroke very fast.
Against steroid users.
Yeah. Should you get a bonus if you didn't they tested you didn't dope? Should you get like more money if you beat the guys?
$250,000.
Yeah, well, I mean, like if the guys who dope get $250,000, should you get like 100, like 350?
I agree. You should get a bonus.
Look what I did.
Only from the Indy 500, I've got highlights of that. We'll see that next week.
Okay.
Lance Stevenson and Michael Beasley fought in a MMA celebrity fight. That's pretty interesting.
Heard about that.
Highlights of that.
The matchup of the speaking of MMA, the female matchup of the century was supposed to be Gina Carano versus oh gracious, what's
Ronda Rousey.
Ronda Rousey. That lasted all of 18 seconds basically. Ronda got her patented armbar on Gina Carano, and that match is over basically before it started. So Carano hadn't fought in like 20 years. So.
Pretty sure that was a setup.
No, there you go. I think Carano used it basically just to lose. She said she lost over 100 pounds to get ready for the.
Let's get you an arm bar and we'll both make $50 million.
Right? Yeah, there you go. There you
go. NBA anti-flopping rule. In 2024, 26 calls and fines. 2025, 6 calls and fines. This season, only 1 flopping call all season long.
Don't think there's a lot of consistency in that call. They might want to re-emphasize that.
I didn't think that today's NBA had a flopping rule. So I'm surprised that it even got called.
It's called about as much as traveling's called, Will.
Yeah, whatever they want to do. All right, NASCAR note. NASCAR note. Sunday was the 600 was the first NASCAR series race without a Earnhardt or Busch since 1979.
Wow. Did not know that. Huh.
So 47 years of Earnhardts and Bushes.
Wow. Huh. That's crazy.
So Kurt's been retired. Yeah, Kurt's been retired a few years then. Huh?
That's correct. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a few people were trying to get Kurt to drive it on Sunday, and just did that's not something that he probably should have been doing.
Right.
No.
So anyway, that's all I pretty much got here on my end, guys.
All right. So, only NFL news I saw is that Aaron Rodgers did agree to come back for the Steelers for one more year. He says this is his final year. He's basically a bridge, and he's not what it's pretty obvious he's not what he used to be. He doesn't have the mobility since the Achilles injury, and probably before that doesn't have the mobility he had.
So with that injury, I know it takes a little time for that to heal.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see how he is this year. I want to see how mobile he'll be this year.
We'll see. I don't know if his mobility and his we are seeing how vital his mobility was to his success. Like his being able to buy time in the pocket, move around, and get outside the pocket. It just was not there this past year. And if he doesn't have it again this year, he's a subpar quarterback.
Yeah,
and I hate to say that about his Hall of Fame career, but it's just you start to appreciate. We all felt like, I mean, Brady had a rough last year, but I think we all felt like in the right circumstance he still could have succeeded. But I feel like Rodgers is just hanging on too long.
So last year, Rodgers threw a Hail Mary at going into halftime at one ball game. I can't remember which ball game it was.
Mm-hmm.
But going into halftime, he threw a Hail Mary pass that traveled 68 yards.
Oh, he still got the cannon.
The cannon ain't went nowhere.
Yeah, it just
he almost threw this ball 70 yards. This ball traveled 68 yards.
Yeah.
So he can still throw the ball, but can he still move?
Right.
I don't know whether he can move people with his eyes. He can move people with his eyes, but can he move them around with his body?
Right. Just
I do want to see him have a good season.
Yeah. This week.
I don't.
This week, that means if Pittsburgh's having a good season, that means Cleveland might not be having a good season. So.
Besides the fact he's a jerk. I mean, what good qualities does he have? Zero.
Well, I mean, we celebrate jerks.
I don't.
Look at our president. We celebrate jerks.
Well, let's not get political. Well, I would just want to throw in there. There's always the Myles Garrett trade rumors again.
Mm-hmm.
The one guy, there's one guy I listened to on a podcast, even though he's kind of young and stupid. We could get 3 number ones for him. It's like, I don't know if you're going to get 3 number ones.
I don't know if you're going to get 3 number ones for him.
I don't know if you're going to get 3.
That's a good asking price, but I don't know if you're going to get it.
3. But, looking at Cleveland's schedule, they're like, oh, they can win now. No, they can't. They're not going to win now. They might win 3 games. So as much as I would hate it, it's kind of like darned if you do, darned if you don't. Like if you don't, you hang on to them. It's like, how can you blame somebody for hanging on to the best defensive player in football? At the same time, you might say, I could have got another couple pieces in there. So I think it's kind of like an inflection point on him because, once a guy's about 30 years old, he's got a few years left. It's a good years. He's the best player in football. And I'm sure he wants to win somewhere.
Right.
And I think the major thing is now, one thing I've never really fully understand is how all the money works in football. There's all these rules, and I'll say it's like above my pay grade, but you can spread that cap hit over a couple of years instead of one, which makes guys more tradable. That's just what I understand. So now that situation is different with the money, that somebody might be willing to, go ahead and be a trade partner, and if you can get a couple number ones, but if you trade him for a couple number ones now, Chip, you're gonna have to wait till next year to get those pieces.
You have to wait 2 years.
If you traded him in February, then it's like okay, or whatever the trade deadline, whenever you can make trades. If you traded him earlier, go ahead and get those picks. But if you wait till now. Now you got to wait. Now you're not only are you waiting for the picks, you don't have that player for next year, and you're waiting on your picks.
I wonder too if you think, and Tommy, you know this better than I would, but looking at the timing of this franchise right now, this is to your inflection point argument. I think this is a pivotal year for them. It's Watson's last year.
Thank God.
He clears off their books.
Thank God.
They also in this year they're going to have a better idea of what they have in Shedeur.
Nothing.
Okay, well, we shall see, and if that comes to fruition, okay, if he is nothing and you lose Watson and get him off your books at this point or at the end of this next year, if Garrett has another sensational year, yes, it's another year of experience or another year that another team doesn't have him. But now at this point, do you look to try to get 2 number ones and retool around with a lot more cap space now that Watson's not there? So
I don't know what they're gonna do.
I'm not sure. So we'll that'll be Cleveland watch remains interesting as always. Yeah. Looking at the golf schedule, they're in Fort Worth this week for the Charles Schwab Challenge at Colonial. Schwab. But they are the bunch of guys I don't. Hideki Matsuyama's one off the lead. That's the one name I do, and Brian Harmon's up near the top as well. But next week, Jack's tournament. They're in Ohio for the Memorial at Muirfield Village, and that always means, or at least currently, I say always. That means
this memorial is named after his wife's honoree.
I don't know if that was last. I thought it was last year they named her that, but she generally, if they didn't name her last year, it is this year. Yeah, that they named. I think no, because he announced it last year. So yeah, this year the honor they always recognize a historic member of the golf community, and this year he's getting. Or last year, Jack announced that they're going to honor Barbara, which I think is extremely fitting. They've called her. She's been known as the First Lady of Golf for decades now, and she is just the work she does with hospital systems, especially down in Florida. She's a remarkable woman. So it's very well deserved. And so grateful. Hopefully, get to hear more about that next week. Memorial's 2 weeks prior to the U.S. Open. The U.S. Open is June 28th, and again, the final round as usual will be on Father's Day, June the 21st. So we're coming up on the third major of the year. The week after that, the Travelers, there will be a big announcement about what the PGA Tour schedule is probably going to look like going forward in the future, especially starting in 2028. We are probably going to be looking at a 2-tier system of like the top tier golfers having about 20 or so events they're playing every year, including the majors, and then there's going to be kind of a relegation of a B league. That seems to be the rumor that's going around. We'll see if there's some semblance to that. Next year's already changed. The first 2 tournaments have been they will no longer be going to Hawaii to open up the season. The first tournament will be at the American Express. I think it's the off week between the Super Bowl, between the NFC AFC Championship and Super Bowl is when the season's going to be starting up. They're looking at shrinking. They don't want to try to compete with football, and so they're going to try to shrink, avoid the NFL playoffs and the Super Bowl, and then try to get the season in prior to the start of football season in the fall. So you're going to see a lot more condensed schedule more than likely, and that's where you're going to see 2-tier system. They're going to try to squeeze all those in the same weeks. So, anyways, it's going to be interesting to see how that happens.
Well, I always heard that competition was good. Now you don't want to compete.
Well, the argument is they've always viewed golf as a meritocracy. If you're in that second tier, you want to be in the first tier, play your way into it. So that's kind of the argument they're making. Same thing with what they say about the Korn Ferry Tour, what the Korn Ferry Tour, what used to be the Ben Hogan Tour, what they've always said about that. So, all right, anything else you guys got?
Nope, we're good.
All right, guys. Well, as always, appreciate everyone tuning in to the Shock Jock Saturday Morning Sports Talk. We will be back next week. Kevin should be back in studio next week. We look forward to giving you all of local, regional, national sports that we can. In the meantime, for Tom Sinifani, Will Boykins, JP John Prather, and Kevin Hastings, this is Chip Carter. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week. KTC Broadcasting.
The incredible man, I only do things incredible can, 'cause I am the seed of a chosen breed. You don't see too many like me.